WBFM Floresville, San Antonio's Sports Center.
The San Antonio Spurs head to Sacramento tonight to take on the Kings. It'll be De'Aaron Fox. First trip home from the trade. Tip-off tonight will be set for 9 o'clock. In the NFL, draft analyst Todd McShay says the Dallas Cowboys will have difficulty getting a running back at 12 no matter who they like. Both Ashton Genty and North Carolina's Omarion Hampton are expected to be off the boards by pick number 12. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Talk.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody! Happy Friday! Partying, yeah! Pardon me. Big day, it's Friday.
Finally.
I think we need to make that Fox thing a thing. I think that should be like our secret handshake. When we're all in a crowd, you want to see who the morning brigade is, or the listeners just go, see if there's anybody who responds.
And if you don't, we'll know you're not cool.
Now that'll be the Morning Huddle sounder. Yeah, you hear that, you win.
Why do you do that every time you walk into a room?
That's
Just
my thing.
See who my bros are.
That's my signature.
See if there's somebody in the room that, we all share something.
I gotta watch that movie again. What a great movie. I hate cartoon movies. I really do in general. Like I don't like I don't like animation. It's
You don't like Archer?
no.
Never seen Archer?
I have. I don't like it.
I can watch King of the Hill.
King of the Hill, Simpsons. That's about like the extent for me.
Okay.
I can't do anime.
Beavis and Butthead. I used to do that.
Yeah,
but, like,
Even that I couldn't
but
do
for
it.
I
like
can't do anime either.
But
Yeah.
the big thing is for a full movie.
No, I can't.
It's very difficult for
What
me.
about the Fox movie is kind of like it.
It's like a weird what you
It's
call it?
claymation.
Stop animation.
It's like claymation stop form or whatever it's called. Do you ever watch Wallace and Gromit?
I've seen that. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of like that. And Wallace and Gromit is close. I can deal with the humor. It's British, so you have to.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of work. But for whatever reason, that movie Fox is just close enough to real
It's
that
good, man.
I can follow it.
Well, but it's real, but with like talking animals.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
but it's not a cartoon in
And
the
that's-
cartoonish way.
I'm telling you, my wife is like, all the things you hate about cartoon movies, like talking animals,
No.
are happening in this movie. Why do you like this?
Because I can picture every one of those characters in human form. Because I know them all.
Yes.
Yeah, every one of them. Who would play him? Who would play him if it was a human?
I don't know. I can only think of him as George Clooney, like a really good-looking, suave.
Well, I was thinking like one of the Bradleys.
Maybe so.
One of them, but yeah, some smooth cat.
Yeah.
Kind of perfect.
Because I mean, like that. That's what my thought was. If George Clooney was a fox, that's what he'd be like. And like, why do you do that? I don't know. That's my signature.
I don't know. That's my signature. I think that's what we should do now when we walk into rooms. Make sure our brigade bar member is there.
Oh man, I'm gonna watch that
Van Buren
movie.
boys.
I'm gonna watch that movie. It is the final day of our week.
Thank God.
Final day of our week. I thought it was good. Like I forgot a hat today. So
I thought you were just showing off a freshly shorn skull.
no, I'm exposed to the elements.
Well, we have hats in the building. If you're feeling exposed,
I'm not that worried about it.
If you're afraid God will see your
Yeah,
your head.
that is the big concern.
We are at church here.
I think I have my yarmulke in the office. I'll put it. Oh, there you
There
go.
we go. Hey, is that mine? That's mine.
How do you know it's yours? Oh,
it
it
has my
says
name on
Aggie
it.
Rob on the side. There you go. Yeah, this will work perfect. Oh, thank you.
This might burn.
Oh,
when you put
see.
that on.
There we go. I want to wear it with Aggie Rob facing the front though.
There you go. Oh gosh, you look a lot better.
How's that look?
All you need is a beer with a koozie.
I don't know how you're going to manufacture this.
I'm gonna go fishing.
Yeah, there we go.
There. See, that looks good on you. This is working for you.
One thing
There
I
you go.
noticed yesterday was I wore a maroon hoodie yesterday, and when I wear an orange shirt by happenstance, Rob is like grumbly. But when and not, mind you, none of this is like Texas Longhorn branded. It's just an orange shirt, and Rob's like, "Oh, that's disgusting."
Well, it sticks out.
But then I wear a maroon shirt, and he doesn't notice. He doesn't say "nice shirt," "nice." I mean, he just it's.
Nice
I'm trying to.
Whatever.
I can't believe I didn't notice. Honestly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sorry. Nice shirt.
No, it's too late now. Too late now.
But you got to admit, you can't just walk around and feel like you're normal wearing that orange. You can't.
Sir,
just
look at your shirt right
put
now.
it on. You'll notice there is no. You'll notice there is no orange. There's other colors.
You got like the craziest shirt
I got
imaginable on.
There is no orange.
And you're like, oh, you can't just wear an orange shirt. Are you
But no,
crazy?
you can, but you got to admit, you go out and you're wearing that baby vomit kind of color. You don't really want to,
I don't know. I like
and, maroon. You go out and you're like, that guy looks good. I'm not even gonna give him a second thought.
That's just not how my brain works.
You wear that weird orange, and it looks like, what happened to that?
Is that the only color that you're averse to?
Well, there's certain shades of green, and there's that combination of blue and gold that the Domers wear that I really can't deal with.
Okay. Well,
Other
that's
than that,
the one color I rarely wear is gold.
Yeah, me too. So we all work. When you think about your fandom, you never really consider the color scheme until it's too late.
I think a lot of kids, when they're growing up, choose based on color schemes.
I would
a lot of gals choose based on color schemes.
Because in hindsight, if you had to do it all over, would you have chosen? Certainly you have your allegiance, but like, who wants to have to wear like green and gold every weekend?
No, that's not.
You know what
fun.
I mean? Who wants to like throw on your favorite purple shirt?
Yeah. No, if I had to do it all over again, would I choose? The reasons that I would not choose the Bills go way beyond what colors they wear. It's just
the
like
thing about the Bills is the Bills are the standard red, white, and blue.
Yeah,
and that's fine. You can find.
It's hard to go wrong with that.
Yeah, you're fine. I always felt like the worst color scheme in all of college sports is Missouri.
The black and gold.
Well, that gold isn't really gold. It's kind of a dirty yellow. It's kind of like, you know what I mean? And no matter what combination, I've seen Missouri fan, got a good former doc that used to be on the show on a regular basis, is the team's chief physician up there. And every time you see him when he's wearing Missouri colors, like the gold is dingy, and that's an awful combo. It just doesn't look good out and about.
See, I think the worst is like Minnesota or Boston College.
That
like
dirty,
the maroon and yellow.
Yeah, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
You have to wear that for part of the stuff. Now, I make fun of the burnt orange. The thing about Texas is, first of all, it's the best logo in sports.
Yeah.
I mean, of any sport and any brand, the Longhorn is so perfect for its school that there's nothing better. You can talk about the Michigan helmet, and there's other things, but the Longhorn is just perfect. It really is. So that burnt orange on the other side does stick out, but it's not the kind of thing when you look in an average closet, go, I'm going to wear the burnt orange today. If you're not a Longhorn fan, there's not a lot of burnt orange in the world.
I get that. I think the Longhorn home uniforms, when they wear the all white.
Oh, it's clean.
It's like the coolest look.
It is. It's very clean, but you got to admit the burnt orange. You don't see that apart from in a Texas fan shop.
You're right. Although again, I don't know that that zip up that I have is technically burnt orange.
Well,
but it's close enough that it offends you.
Yeah, well, it's close enough to be offensive for a lot of it. But it's just, I say the same thing about, like, there's not a lot of green. That just don't. A lot of people just don't gravitate to it.
I mean, you know what? One of my favorite colors is purple, and it's a weird color.
It's more common than the other ones, but still, I would hate to have that part of my Saturday routine.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to find something that matches the purple no matter what. Because
it's tough.
I'm a gear guy. I wear my college swag.
Well, of course.
But yeah. Well, that was a gift. I wouldn't put Aggie Rob on it. That's not something I would put on my own hat. But it's a lovely thing. It's one of my. I don't know how it ended up here. I think it was supposed to be for a photo thing, but that's a gift from my man DJ.
Yeah, I think you forgot it. You were wearing it one day and forgot. Yep. You wore that at our golf tournament, I believe. So. Yeah. That's the way everybody would know.
Hey, that's a good segue. Go to sasportstar.com, get yourself signed up. We are playing golf in the very, very near future, and it is filling fast. We're just going to start getting countdowns.
Yeah, Dax will. The hires up will say, "Hey guys, listen, let them know."
April the 14th, the day before tax day.
Oh, I can't wait.
Golf Club of Texas, brought to you by Flight by Yingling. Next Generation Light Beer, sponsored in part by Ancira and PPL Motorhomes.
Oh, we're going to drink so many beers.
It's going to be fun.
So many beers that day. Vic, you should come out and crush them with us.
I wish.
I mean, I don't know. Could you drink like a non-alcoholic beer?
Nah. I've tried those, but I'd rather get the real thing.
There's a new Carbog
Can you drink
flavor
some?
you'll like.
Just drink some vodka.
What's the non-alcoholic?
Free and easy.
Free and easy. Pretty good beer.
Nah, I'd rather do vodka.
The sad thing is it's so good, you're like, man.
I wish this was getting me
Yeah,
drunk.
I wish this had some alcohol in it.
Well, that's true.
I'd like to have another one, but for those that need
Well,
it.
anything low carb, put it that way.
I can't imagine there's many carbs.
Come on then, Bubba.
And, you start getting into the ultras.
Yeah.
It's like carbonated water with a yellow crayon.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of
There's not a lot.
not a lot of there.
Not a lot of carbs, man. Not a lot of
Just a
carbs.
lot of bubbles.
We can get you through, and you'll just ride around on the golf
Just
cart.
ride around.
You could be our designated golf cart
That's what
driver.
we need.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if they
I
have a
could do that.
family model, like a
I've
limo.
I've been a designated driver my whole life. So.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Well, we need to have the double-seater, the family model.
I wish my wife would get diabetes.
I wish she had the diabetes.
Yeah. I've been
She just
driving
drive
everyone
me
around
everywhere.
forever.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
so great.
All the drunk stories I have.
I always tell my wife, if I never had to drive again, I might be all right. If I could just go, and no matter when I was going or where I was going, just immediately go to the back seat, that'd be a pretty good
Oh,
life.
yeah.
Anytime we take a family trip, she drives.
Oh, yeah, my wife drives too.
Oh, I can't do that.
And she loves to drive. So
No,
it's like, go
my
for
wife
it.
has a very particular bad habit
Which
that
is
I just can't abide by.
what is it?
Does she stop and go, stop and go, stop and go? Or
My wife does
she doesn't speed?
5 miles over the speed limit in the left lane and never moves.
Oh.
So I what happens is my wife's driving. I am in the passenger seat asleep. And then I wake up to guys going by on my right, furious. Everybody driving by is looking at me like I'm the problem. And it's my wife. I know she's the problem. She
Yeah.
won't get out of the left lane. If she's like, you want to really speed? Just go around me. I'm like, we're going to get shot.
Do you
know
tell
this.
her that
I did the first 10 years we were married.
she just won't change, huh?
Really?
Yeah, so
Wow.
I've just given up. And the way I combat that is I don't let her drive when I'm in the car.
Yeah, my wife almost always
Can't do it.
drives. She doesn't like that. She thinks I drive too
Well,
fast.
you're a speeder. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you're a fast driver. I can deal with it. But
and I'm not a particularly good driver.
no, you're not a good driver. But I'm not worried for
Jeez.
my life.
I'm not-
No, he's an
not going
angular
with you
driver.
then.
See, there are some drivers that go, okay, I need to get to there, and I'm going to plan about 5 miles ahead, and I'm going to slowly lane.
That's me.
Slow.
Kinda.
Lane, click, 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 wait. Lane.
I don't want to miss the
wait,
exit.
yeah,
Don't want to miss the
slow
exit.
down, wait, let everybody get in front, click, and go on over. There's those. And then there's AJ. Exit's right there. That's where I'm going. You better. I
Like
hope,
when I took you
hope
guys to the
know I'm
airport,
leaving.
remember?
So
I
he's
pa-
normally going fast enough to get by those that want to.
I
So
pass on the left. I pass on the right.
I pass on the right.
I
have no
pass
problem.
where I need to pass. I don't care.
I don't pass on the right. I'm in my lane. Not my
Yeah.
fault. You're not.
Yeah.
So I
speed
don't have a
up,
problem
Bubba.
with that. But I just learned over the years, don't bitch, drive.
Yeah, I sit in the passenger seat and sleep.
But I'll wake up to fingers and
Not
just
my
like-
problem.
Like,
I'll just be
look
like-
at what you've done to me.
I'll just say I don't know. I'll say I don't even know her. I don't know what's wrong with her.
I'm the one that shot. I don't know why they shot him.
All right, let's hit a break. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
Good morning as you head into your early morning commute. Right now, traffic volume still light, so everything is rolling at posted speeds. We do have a couple of new stalls, but they're both off to the shoulder. 410 eastbound 35 and I-10 eastbound at Loop 410. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line, and we thank you for helping us out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date. Your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected. Your floor mats are cleaned and delivered. And your workwear looks good feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
The St. Paddy's Day parties at the Roo Pub are legendary, and this year it will be the biggest ever, spanning 2 days. Sunday, March 16th, it's a crawfish boil, all you can eat for $10. Then on St. Patrick's Day, Monday, it's a block party. The green beer will be flowing with live music starting at 2 with Irish Goodbye. Finding Friday takes the stage at 5. DJs inside both the Roo Pub and Angry Elephant. Plan now to celebrate St. Patrick's Day the right way at the Roo Pub and Angry Elephant, 281 in Redland Road.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So, what's that about?
So, let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
At the Home Depot, it's our business to support yours. Partner with your go-to source for building your business. We can help you streamline your operations by supplying the whole job from start to finish. Any questions? Our Pro Desk is ready to answer the call with supply sourcing, custom orders, large equipment rentals, and more. Elevate your efficiency and take on more projects with the partner you can trust. The Home Depot, how pros get more done.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
May I help you? I just wanted to request a late checkout, please.
Of course. That's $30 per hour for up to 4 hours.
Huh. Okay, but if you can offer a late checkout, then that probably means no one is staying in that room. So if it's empty, maybe I can just stay a few extra hours.
Oh, aren't you adorable?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Huge news. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a Son of Baconator for just $3. I don't think you understand this situation. The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. You know, smoked bacon, rich melted cheese. That Son of Baconator is only $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid on a combo or in third-party delivery platforms.
Welcome to AT&T. How can I help?
Hey, I thought I could trust my twins with my phone, but, they outnumber me, man.
Whoa, that's a lot of glitter paint. Let's trade
lives.
At AT&T, everyone can trade in an old or glittered iPhone any year, any condition, and save on a new iPhone. Ask how to get iPhone 16 Pro on us. New and existing customers. Savings vary by device and trade-in combinations. Restrictions apply. See att.com/iPhone for details. AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
The moment you find out you're pregnant can be very exciting. Knowing what to do and how to get started can also be overwhelming. Healthy Start is here to help you know what to expect. You should see your doctor in the first trimester to reduce the risk of a premature birth and for a healthy pregnancy. Healthy Start is a free program that offers support and resources while you're pregnant and for your baby's first 2 years of life. For more information, call us at 210-207-4725. Get the help you need to give your baby a healthy start.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
Nigel, what are you doing with all this stuff in the break room? It looks like a farmer's market in here.
I'm changing my eating habits, embracing good quality nutrition with fresh produce.
Folks, maintaining a healthy AC system is just like maintaining a healthy diet. Let's make sure your system is clean and efficient. Nigel, that's a pretty impressive healthy salad you've assembled.
Thanks, Joel. Now step back. The grease is hot.
Grease?
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, 210-651-5899. License number TACLA 141074E and 16004.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live out at Mellow Mushroom there in Stone Oak, and we've got a very special guest.
Kellen Mond, the quarterback of the San Antonio Brahmas. He will join us at 3:35.
And what are the Cowboys going to do in free agency? We'll ask John Machota with The Athletic coming up at 5:15.
The Blitz live at Mellow Mushroom in Stone Oak starting at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're locked on The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Got the hammer shot. Morning Huddle, 94.1. You lost a chicken, huh?
Big Rooster's gone.
No.
The biggest cock in your pen
the
is...
The biggest one is gone. I'm still around the place, but the other one.
Right, the big one.
The big one.
The giant one.
The gigantic one. Yeah, big white one is gone. We don't, there's some feathers. Not a lot of feathers.
Was the chicken's name Thrombosis?
Yeah, the big thrombo.
Yeah.
Nah, he's gone. When you get chickens, if you don't, you just kind of like order the eggs online. And they arrive due to hatch within like 3 days of arrival. And you really, there's a thing about you can keep them at a certain temperature and you assume you'll make nothing but females. But I think it's an inexact science. So you're not supposed to get any roosters, but you never know. Well, we ordered, I think, 25. We ended up with 21. We're down to 20 that hatched. And it turned out, it appeared, as they have grown over the last 4 months, because you don't know for a minute. There's nothing dangling like your cat, AJ.
Right.
What you got a rooster until you start seeing the thing on the top of their head and thicker kind of wobble on the bottom and the aggression. So it turned out we had 4 roosters out of the 25.
Oh, okay.
Which that sucks. And then you only need
like what percentage were you looking at? Oh, none?
I mean, I'm not looking to breed.
Okay.
It's good to have a rooster for protection purposes. They'll kill the snakes where the hens will run, kind of stuff. But the other ones are just waste to feed. What's their purpose in life?
Yeah.
So we had that. Well, we lost one.
Fighting.
Well, there's fight. They do fight amongst themselves. It's pretty cool to watch.
You guys bet on it?
Well, the thing is, you start seriously. You start watching them. Like we had 4. The big white one was the most intimidating. Now the toughest one we still got. He's a little brown one who bows up to everybody. He's a fighter. Every time anything happens, he's the first one to go fight. It's crazy to sit and watch chickens. First of all, so the tough one is still around, but the threatening one, he was white. He's the biggest. He's huge, and he's one of those chickens with the feathers on their feet.
Yeah.
So
I'll give you $20 for that brown rooster.
I'll tell you what, he's tougher. He's tougher.
I'm gonna drive him over to Louisiana. We're gonna make some money, baby.
Kind of bows up in front and starts moving around. Like, you want some of this? And he's little. But anyway, we lost a chicken. Tragedy on the Thompson Hill overnight.
I'm guessing maybe that your rooster got in a fight with my cat here, Kitty Big Balls.
Oh yeah,
Kitty Big Balls got in a fight last night.
How bad was he messed up?
I don't know. He's got like his ears cut up and he's got a little scrape on his neck.
That sounds some love making to me.
It might be.
Pretty aggressive.
He might be an aggressive love maker.
You hear those cats going at it, I assume somebody's getting the worst end of it.
Yeah, he might have had that.
He likes it rough.
That black cat down pressed, her face pressed into the concrete.
Or maybe maybe Big Balls is playing for another team.
It could be.
Oh yeah.
Maybe he's on the other side.
He likes me a lot. I mean, that wouldn't shock me.
It's not a bad team. It's just a different team.
There's no way, though. Like
you never know.
No, I do know because imagine like a man cat trying to get to that. There's no way for them to reach because the giant balls are in the way.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They try to mount up on that guy. It's like this isn't going to work.
This is like
too heavy.
Trying to mount a couple of beach balls.
Yeah, it just doesn't work physically. I mean, maybe he's a giver. I don't know. He could be a top.
It could be a top.
Oh, it could be a top.
But yeah, I think he's straight. But
I think he is too.
You know, there's a lot of people question whether or not I'm straight. So what can I say?
I still wonder about those scars you showed up with.
That's right. Yeah, I've got a scratch on my ear and my neck too. I don't know how it happened.
How'd you get that?
Don't know how it happened.
He came to me this morning. He came running up. He's you've got yourself a pet.
Yeah, he's a good cat. I gave him.
But what I'm saying is, AJ, you have yourself a pet. You have a Sancho now.
Yeah.
You have a pet on the side.
Well, I told you if he's still around, if he survives until June when my family gets here,
I can tell you this: he ain't going anywhere unless he has to.
Yeah,
he's found himself food in the home.
Yep, he's a good boy.
I got to restock the file cabinet.
I know. Yeah. I brought a can with me today. I brought him I brought the big ass can. I bought some mistake food, hot Cheetos. We can't give that to big balls. I bought some mistake food. Wasn't Fancy Feast.
Oh, so your cat
and
went.
She's like, you got 2 left. I won't be eating that. It's like Friskies or something, and it's in a bigger can,
low grade.
And this dude was like,
I won't be.
This dude doesn't give a damn. He'll eat anything. I remember at first he was eating MREs. He doesn't care. He just wants food. My cat's a snob.
I won't be eating this. My dog does that well. You guess you won't be eating. You'll eat it eventually. Well, maybe not now.
That cat will just meow at you until you give her what she wants. So she's a pain in the ass. She's the worst cat. All right. When we come back, let's start digging into the NFL. The latest from Cincinnati is surprising, but not surprising. Something had to give, and it looks like the Bengals have decided what it's going to be, and I think it's a massive, massive misstep. We'll talk about that next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, right now traffic volume still light, so everything is rolling at posted speeds. We do have a couple of new stalls, but they're both off to the shoulder. 410 eastbound 35 and I-10 eastbound at Loop 410. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line, and we thank you for helping us out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Guys, Carbach has something for everybody. If you like an IPA, try the Hopadillo. If you're looking for something light, crisp, refreshing, go with the Love Street Blonde. They've got Ziegenbach as well. There's something for everybody's palate, and it's available all over San Antonio. Next time you're in a bar or restaurant, ask them for a Carbach.
With basketball season in full swing, make watching the game a little bit more exciting with your chance to win money with Underdog, one of the leading sports apps, and you can play in Texas. You could win up to 1,000 times your money with Underdog, playing the pick'em game where you pick higher or lower on predicted stats. You can play with as little as $1, and if you get everything right on your pick'em entry, you could win up to 1,000 times your money. Yep, turn $1 into 1,000 with your hoops knowledge. Download the Underdog app and sign up using my promo code STAR to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona and Massachusetts, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPE line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the lake or clean out your closet? RV wins! Putting the dishes away or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Cleaning the fridge or taking a trip to the beach? RV wins!
You might want to clean the fridge real quick because, mold.
We clean out the fridge, then take the RV out.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states and situations.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small, loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-505-9603, 800-505-9603, 800-505-9603.
Guys, if you're not feeling like yourself anymore, testosterone therapy or TRT may be the answer. Look for the VIP treatment with the TRT experts at Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. With over a decade of TRT experience, book your appointment at synergenicshealth.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
There are lots of reasons to get excited for spring. Warmer weather, get-togethers, and now new spring arrivals from your favorite brands at Macy's. Even more exciting, refresh your beauty routine at our Buy More, Save More event. Pick up new skincare, makeup, and fragrances from Estee Lauder, Valentino, MAC, and more. And save $30 with every $150 you spend. The more you spend, the more you save. Don't wait. Beauty deals this good won't last long. Hurry into Macy's today. Savings off regular price beauty and fragrance. Exclusions apply.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Spring is finally here, and so are spring projects. So get them started at Harbor Freight's parking lot sale. Happening now. Save on products like pressure washers for $69.99, 42-inch roller cabinets for under $500, plus 30% off Hercules corded power tools. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Valid until 3/9/25 while supplies last. Limitations apply, so spring in before it's over.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The radio star Video killed the radio star.
You know the significance of this song?
No.
This was, well, song probably isn't the best way to put this. This was the very first video on
I did know that. Yeah. I saw
the Buggles, right? Yeah, Boggles.
I saw a meme yesterday, in fact, where it had O.J. Simpson and Nicole Brown, and on O.J. it said video, and on Nicole it said radio star, and it was like, I get it. That's dark.
For those of you.
That's dark. That's dark.
True, but dark.
True, but dark. True, but dark. I got a feeling dark times are coming for the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't think. Well, it's really hard to have a quarterback like Joe Burrow and blow it, like to the extent that I think they're going to end up blowing it.
But of the choice that they made, the Sophie's choice that, man, what a terrible bad reference. But the choice that they made, I don't think they made the wrong choice.
I do.
Well, keep in mind that your whole world is Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
That everything that happens will happen because Joe Burrow either is a success or a failure. And if he wants a wide receiver, I kind of got to give him a wide receiver. And I'll leave it, whether it's to the detriment of the team, as long as my man Joe Burrow goes to sleep happy, then that's all that matters to me.
The reality is the Bengals had I've said this before, and I've said it about Micah Parsons. I've said it about Max Crosby. Like, if you've got an elite pass rusher, it will take a bad defense and make them look decent. And if you have a good defense, it'll make them look great.
What I'm saying isn't a wise decision. I'm just saying this is the pragmatic decision. That we might go – in fact, we might utterly fail because of this. But because I have Joe Burrow and I want to keep Joe Burrow for as long as he plays, I can't afford – I'd rather lose with him happy than win with him angry.
I think it's short-sighted in that eventually what happens is Joe Burrow at the end of this contract looks and says, I just can't win here.
Which is what's going to happen to them because – it's kind of like when you're a parent and you're trying to be a best friend. You got to be a parent. You got to tell Joe, what you need and what you want are two entirely different things. What you need is a defense to protect you. But you're looking to, somebody to go downfield so you can throw 8 more touchdowns. What you need is a defensive guy.
Yeah. It's like trying to talk to your kids when they get their first car. You remember when your kids got their first car and what do they want to do? They want to get new rims, they want to put in a stereo system, and it's like, dude, your exhaust is blowing black smoke. You might want to get that looked at.
Yep.
Like, you got some real problems, like the guts of your car need some help, and you're, like, trying to put in a new stereo. They're letting Joe Burrow make decisions that need to be adult decisions, unfortunately. And Joe Burrow's making the spinny rims and new stereo decisions when he needs a transmission overhaul.
And I'm going to play devil's advocate because I feel like this is a mistake. You keep a dude like that. But you got to admit that the league is kind of pointed to the offensive side of the ball. Like, if all things being equal, if I'm going to spend $40 million or whatever, $30 million on a wide receiver or an edge rusher, and I look at the effect in the grand scheme of things, who can do the most for me? You kind of look at the high-end wide receiver because the league wants the teams to score. Once they get 5 yards off the line of scrimmage, those guys are basically free to do whatever they want. So if I get a really good one of those in this modern age, the kind of thought is I probably should go offense, though the axiom of defense wins championships is still true.
Rob, the problem I don't disagree with what you're saying. They've got a high-end wide receiver.
Well, they can't have enough of them.
You can.
Well, again.
If it's at the detriment of offensive line and defense, it's like, yeah, you can.
I look at Joe, and is Joe happy with this? Joe, okay.
Joe's happy today.
This is your vehicle, and I'm going to let you drive it. So if you want those tires, I'll put them on. But
eventually what's going to happen?
I agree.
When the motor falls out, who's going to be stuck with the bill? Joe Burrow? Well, no, it's you.
But that's because the head coach, GM, are trying to be his best friend and not his parent.
Yes.
So this is what you need. But I certainly understand in this circumstance, when my kid is worth, think of what he means to Cincinnati.
I get
Just
it.
the city. I get where you go, okay, brother, this ain't going to end well, but if that's what you want.
Well, also think about, what he means to that franchise, and you've still done really nothing to make sure he's protected physically. And this is a guy who, unlike the other top-tier quarterbacks, you look at Lamar and Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, and those guys have been able to stay healthy. And you got one guy who just cannot, and it's because you're not doing the things you need to do to protect him. You're letting him say, oh, well, this is what I really need, when you know he needs something else.
I just know it in my bones. Josh Allen is going to be a Buffalo Bill his entire career.
I think that's.
I just feel in my bones.
It feels that way.
He won't leave, and they won't let him.
It's same with Mahomes.
And Mahomes is never going to leave. Lamar Jackson ain't leaving.
Yep.
I tell you what, of all the guys out there, the stars, where you go, that guy could leave.
Yeah.
It's Joe Burrow, and they're giving him a reason now. Like he's got the Aaron Rodgers defense. I got everything I wanted, but I didn't get what I needed, and I want to leave now.
Yeah, I think that I guess we should have prefaced this story with what the Bengals are talking about doing.
Yes.
I just kind of jumped in like it was an assumed thing. Yeah, and they don't. But Trey Hendrickson, the Bengals have now told Trey Hendrickson, hey, go out and see what you can get in the trade market. Because what happened yesterday, and this is, quite frankly, keep in mind, if you're a Dallas fan, how this plays out. Because what happened yesterday with Max Crosby getting 3 years, $106 million and 92 guaranteed, the Bengals said, whoops, that's what it costs? Well, that's not us. Yeah, that's not where we're looking. And so now the Bengals have said, well, if we know we're not going to pay that number, which means Trey Hendrickson's not going to be on our football team, which means we can either, have him this year for $16 million and, maybe we win a Super Bowl this year, or we can trade him and try and get some value out of this guy that we know we're not going to have beyond this year. And the Bengals have said, well, damn, I guess we better look into seeing what we can get for this guy. I don't think the Cowboys saw that Max Crosby deal and said, oh, no. But the Bengals certainly did. And now we're going to see what kind of a deal they can get for Hendrickson. My guess is it's similar to what the Giants gave up for Brian Burns, which was a second and a fifth.
Oh, they're getting that.
The Khalil Mack got a second and a sixth. Like
both those were a little older. I think I'm.
No, Brian Burns was 25.
Yeah, you think so? Oh, that's right.
Brian Burns was 25.
I'm asking for a first rounder.
It's possible. It's rare that it happens.
How many times? 2 years in a row now?
Did somebody get
top 5 in sacks?
Oh, 17 and a half sacks the last 2 years. 35 sacks in 2 years.
That's first. What are you talking about?
Chase Young pulled a third last year in season. Von Miller got a second and a third.
Second and a third, I'd take.
I think that's that'd be a good thing. But remember, those were trade deadline deals. The out of season deals that have happened recently. Khalil Mack, Chicago to the Chargers, was a second and a sixth. Brian Burns was a second and a fifth. Hassan Reddick was a third. Philly to the Jets, and Matthew Judon went from the Patriots to the Falcons for a third. So
he's better than them. So second and third sounds like
he is. First. Well, I think he's in the same conversation as Brian Burns and Khalil Mack.
Not Mack anymore. Maybe at the time of the trade.
Yeah, this was Khalil Mack 4 years ago. Yeah. But yeah, maybe a first. Maybe he does get a first.
This guy's a straight up baller who's been playing in Cincinnati, so nobody knows about him but the league.
But realize you're gonna have to pay him what Max Crosby just got.
Yes, I know that. But
again, there's a lot of teams out there who would be happy to pay that.
They're as hard to find as quarterbacks.
Yeah, and you know what? There's teams. Don't be surprised. The Chargers, who just let Joey Bosa go,
Henderson stays healthy.
Yeah, they're probably saying, well, the reason we let Joey Bosa go is because he's missed 15 games in the last 3 years. This guy plays every game. We'll give him that money.
I would.
I don't think that's outrageous. So I think that there's going to be a lot of teams in the market for this guy. It's just a matter of what they're willing to give up. But again, I really think the Bengals are going to hurt for this because they've already got a questionable defense, and nothing will expose a bad defense like taking away the one guy that was forcing teams into bad decisions.
They're going to have to score 30 a game. You're going to have to. I
Yep.
mean, you're literally going to have to
you know
hang
what?
up 4
God bless them. They
touchdowns.
might be able to.
Yeah, I mean, a lot
as
of
long
teams
as
have been
Joe Burrow can
successful,
stay
but-
upright.
But even the Chiefs have Chris Jones. You know,
Yep.
what I mean, even the Chiefs have a stopper on the line, so they have made a mistake.
All right, we'll be back 94.1.
Ready for the ultimate sports fan getaway? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is headed to Vegas, and we're bringing you along. Why? Because watching the games from your couch in sweatpants just isn't the same. Join Jason and Joe from the Blitz for a mega March weekend you'll never forget or possibly remember. We're talking Vegas here. March 27th through the 30th, we're hitting up Circa Las Vegas for opening day. And the second weekend of the tournament, a.k.a. Sports Heaven, baby. Thursday, March 27th, the party starts with baseball's opening day at the world's largest sports book. That's right, big screens, big games, and big opinions from Jason and Joe. It's basically like watching sports at home, but with no chores and way more pools. Speaking of pools, dive into 6 of them at Stadium Swim and catch all the action on a 143-foot screen. Lock in now. Go to CircaLasVegas.com. Use promo code BLITZ and party with Jason and Joe at Circa Resort and Casino. Sports, pools, Vegas. What could possibly go wrong?
Hey, Rob Thompson here from my friends over at Prize Picks. The second half of the basketball season is here. The race to playoffs is on, and there's no better time to hit Prize Picks because the money, it's heating up. 1,000 times your cash, Taco Tuesdays, and the way they pay, let me tell you. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your accounts. There's no better way to get started with Prize Picks than right now as basketball season ends. And here's the best thing about Prize Picks is you can combine different leagues. You got a favorite in the pros, you got a favorite in the college, you can put them together to really maximize your bets. And remember the code Alamo. Remember, you download that when you sign up today. There's money to be had. No better place than Prize Picks right now. As the basketball season winds down, go for the place to get the best cash with your favorite sports. That's Prize Picks. You know what you're doing. Go play. In fact, go run your game.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text ORDER to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text ORDER to 42424. That's ORDER to 42424.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV, RV wins.
What are you going to take the RV to the lake or clean out your closet? RV wins! Putting the dishes away or taking the RV camping? RV wins! Cleaning the fridge or taking a trip to the beach? RV wins!
You might want to clean the fridge real quick because, mold.
We clean out the fridge, then take the RV out.
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text PEC to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text PEC to 321321. That's PEC to 321321.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Morning Huddle 94.1. The Athletic did a thing that said that some potential said I enlisted the help of the Athletic's NFL writers to weigh in with offers. 5 beat writers tossed in proposals for the teams they covered. Here's what they looked like. So the offers that teams the guys who cover these teams think they could throw out.
So this would be
for,
the smart thing to do, we'll assume.
This is saying like, okay, if I'm this team, this is what I'd offer for Trey Hendrickson, knowing that you're going to give him all the money.
Right.
The Bears. Says Bears have a major need at defensive end, a GM who has already made 2 trades this week, cap space necessary for an extension, and a connection to Hendrickson because Dennis Allen is their DC. So he said Allen was the Saints coordinator when they drafted Hendrickson in 2017. He was in the same post when Hendrickson left via free agency. And a Hendrickson-Montez Sweat pairing at edge rusher would be formidable. So
this DC has coached him?
So Dennis Allen, when Hendrickson was in with the Saints, Dennis Allen was the coach.
So he's coached him. He's schemed him.
Yeah.
He knows him. He's going to be the bellwether offer. That's the guy. If the guy that knows him the most, other than the Bengals, I want to see what he's offering.
They're saying 41st pick overall, so their second-round pick.
So it's not a first like I'm thinking, but I'm telling you, if the dude that's had him before, this is what he's offering. That tells me he's either exactly what I thought he was, he's not as good as I think he was, or worse.
And I think
a second tells me he's a Khalil Mack kind of dude. That tells me the guy that had him before wants him back.
And I think something important to remember is Max Crosby's 27. Micah's what, 25?
Yeah.
Trey Hendrickson's 30.
Yeah.
So there is a difference between these guys.
But the dude that, like I keep saying, if the dude that had him before the guy that's giving him up says, I'll happily take him back and give you my second rounder for him, that's pretty high praise. That tells me that even no matter what I do, and I'm not making a mistake, I'm getting talent, but the age will play a role.
Green Bay says 2025, this year's third-round pick, and Lucas Van Ness, who was a 2023 first-round pick, has not quite broken out, but has 3 years of team control left, another pass rusher. So that way the Bengals at least get someone that with a glimmer of hope. It's like getting half of a first-round pick.
Well, half of a first-round pick is basically a fifth-round pick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm rolling the dice. At least I get him cheap.
Washington. You
haven't named the team I thought would be on this list. Okay.
It says Washington trades number 29
All right.
A 2026 second rounder.
All right, I'm listening.
And defensive tackle Jonathan Allen.
Done.
For Hendrickson and the Bengals' second-round pick.
No.
Number 49.
No, that second round. That first half I really liked. I gotta have low-end guys. I can't afford to pay a vet. I gotta have a second-round draft pick to pay. You know what I mean? I can't afford to give that up just because the salary slot for somebody I bring back, I can't afford.
And it says Washington has needs in every position. They've got over 25 agents. Will thin a roster.
Where's New England in this?
The last two teams are Atlanta and Indy. Atlanta, it says next year's second rounder and fifth rounder, and Indy says this year's second rounder, next year's third.
Feels like a New England get to me. Last contract
they
before
feel
they're
so
done.
far away, though. All right, hour number 2 coming up.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code RADIO for an extra 5% off.
It's time for the herd you love. It's time for professional spring football. The San Antonio Brahmas are back, bringing you more of the action, the celebration, and the unforgettable moments you love. Join us for our home opener Sunday, April 27th at 2 when the Brahmas bring the Fiesta to the gridiron with our Viva Fiesta, Viva Brahmas themed game. Bring the energy to the Alamo Dome as your San Antonio Brahmas take on the Houston Roughnecks. Tickets on sale now at UFLBrahmas.com. That's UFLBrahmas.com. Our town, our team, our herd.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Bobo, we appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
Gigi doesn't. She said,
You
left me hanging, but whatever. I still love you. And I was there first.
She's talking about the show meeting we had yesterday. She's the only one that showed up.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, guys, I'm 3 minutes early.
Right.
What the heck?
And that was 50-1 odds in Vegas.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
If you're tired of drinking the same old beer, good news for you, friends. Karbach Brewing has you covered. They've got something for everybody in their lineup. No matter what you like, they can improve on what you've been drinking. Whether it's a Hopadillo, a Love Street, or a Crawford Bock, they've got something for everybody. And Karbach has one of the leading IPAs in San Antonio, Hopadillo IPA, an iconic Texas IPA packed with the bitterness of hops from around the world that the hop monster craves. And one of Karbach's leading brands, the top seller in San Antonio, in fact, is the Love Street Blonde. It's a state of mind, a San Antonio state of mind. It's a Kolsch-style blonde, hopped delicately with floral German hops. This beer has the clean malt profile that you're looking for. And if you're used to drinking cerveza, they've got that as well. The Karbach Cerveza Especial is right for you. Like I said, something for everybody. And when you're in Houston, make sure you go check out the brewery, check out all the beers they have on tap. But while you're here in San Antonio, you want to try something new, why don't you try out a Karbach?
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Many of the successes you've had began with a great opportunity. Now, here's another one. Get started on your degree or certificate in San Antonio. Choose from more than 135 degree and certificate programs, faster onboarding, and more from University of Maryland Global Campus. Get personalized local support services and take online or hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
The St. Patty's Day parties at the Roo Pub are legendary, and this year it will be the biggest ever, spanning 2 days. Sunday, March 16th, it's a crawfish boil, all you can eat for $10. Then on St. Patrick's Day, Monday, it's a block party. The green beer will be flowing with live music starting at 2 with Irish Goodbye. Finding Friday takes the stage at 5. DJs inside both the Roo Pub and Angry Elephant. Plan now to celebrate St. Patrick's Day the right way at the Roo Pub and Angry Elephant, 281 in Redland Road.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
May I help you? I just wanted to request a late checkout, please. Of course. That's $30 per hour for up to 4 hours. Huh. Okay, but if you can offer a late checkout, then that probably means no one is staying in that room. So if it's empty, maybe I can just stay a few extra hours. Oh, aren't you adorable?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, Loop 410 eastbound Starcrest. That's a stall right lane. About a 5-minute delay, slow from Harry Wurzbach. We're also getting reports of a serious crash on the west side of town, where a bicyclist was hit by a vehicle. So on Old Highway 90 eastbound from 34th Street to Monterey, that is now closed. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The San Antonio Spurs head to Sacramento tonight to take on the Kings. It'll be De'Aaron Fox. First trip home from the trade. Tip-off tonight will be set for 9 o'clock. In the NFL, draft analyst Todd McShay says the Dallas Cowboys will have difficulty getting a running back at 12 no matter who they like. Both Ashton Genty and North Carolina's Omarion Hampton are expected to be off the boards by pick number 12. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Talk.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Bum, 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 bum. Yesterday, Rob, we were talking about the possibility of Christian Kirk being released by the Jags.
But wiser men were in charge.
Instead, I got to give credit to the Texans. This is a good move.
It is.
Texans trade a 7th-round pick, a 2026 7th-round pick, for Christian Kirk. Now, it is weird that Christian Kirk 3 years ago signed the biggest receiver deal in the history of the NFL, a free agent wide receiver deal in the history of the NFL.
To go to Jacksonville.
And then today yesterday he got traded for a 7th-round pick.
Well, I mean, that's typical. You pay the money up front, knowing that you're going to move him in a couple years. You're not going to pay that whole deal.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was any other position, it's kind of expected. It's an interesting move by the Texans because, they wouldn't got a dude. And now they got some things to think about with some other of their dudes.
I think this means Stephon Diggs looking for a new house.
But, you wonder why you expend any capital on a wide receiver. When you look at the number of free agent wide receivers, why would you trade anything for a list that has 5 other guys that look exactly like Christian Kirk? And not only did they trade for him, they took on the end of that contract. I mean, they took on some money. It's a great move. I
think it's because you want short term instead of long term.
You've got the security.
You've got some flexibility. If Christian Kirk is washed No big deal. He's gone next year.
But there's so many dudes out there. I get you got him. You roped him. Nobody can get him. You got him for as long as you want him. If you don't like him, you can get rid of him too. But you did get rid of a draft pick. And I know it was a late draft pick, but when I look at the free agent list, even if I waited till like July, I probably land a guy that looks a lot like.
But how many of them want to sign a 1-year deal?
Well, there's that. I mean, I'm saying they probably made the right move, but in the grand scheme, I have never seen the wealth of wide receivers available to teams.
There's a lot of good ones out there.
And if you don't like the free agents, you can draft one. I mean, these guys are coming to the league pretty ready to play. So I get what they did. They got a vet who they can trust, and they need that for the progression of their team. The giving up of capital, you're kind of like, if you wanted to wait and you might have gotten him as a free agent, you might have just had to pay him a little bit less and not given him anything. He probably wanted to come back to Texas anyway. But they got a guy that allowed them to carry on. They don't have to deal with Steph Diggs, and the Tank's health can be kind of front and center because one thing about Kirk is he plays, and he's the kind of guy that gets open and makes big plays for a quarterback that needs that kind of guy. So good move. You just paid a little bit more. I think you had to.
Jags kind of gutted their roster yesterday. Besides trading Christian Kirk, they released Evan Ingram, their tight end, released kick returner, punt returner Devin Duvernay, Texas kid, released wide receiver Josh Reynolds.
Wow, another Texas kid. Went to Jay here in San Antonio.
Released cornerback Ronald Darby. And their starting center, Mitch Morse, former Buffalo Bills legend Mitch Morse, retired yesterday.
Wow, that is truly that's a talent purge.
Yeah.
Good for them, though. They need to erase the grease board and start over. So, yeah. But Evan Ingram's a get, man. That's a guy I'd look at.
Well, and apparently people are saying now this is a real indicator because the scuttlebutt is that the Jags are very interested. They've got the 5th pick. They're very interested in Travis Hunter, and they're very interested in Travis Hunter on the offensive side of the ball.
Makes sense.
So,
I don't know if it's the best pick, but it makes sense.
Yeah. So they like the versatility of him, but apparently the Jags are eyeing him as a receiver,
and that makes him happy.
And yes, and on the other side, I think I'm willing to give Caserio the benefit of the doubt here because last year he traded a 7th-round pick for Joe Mixon.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what?
Worked out.
That worked out about as well as it could have. So if this is anywhere near that, you're in good shape.
Yeah.
And mind you, this is next year's 7th-rounder. It's not even one that matters
you're
now.
Right. It's a little bit for a lot. I get it. But you might have had to not give up anything.
Yeah.
But you roped a dude that is going to – your team got better, and without any doubt, and he's going to be present and playing, which has been a tough thing to say for wide receivers on the Texans.
Last year, he was Christian Kirk 25th in the league in yards per reception. That's not bad.
No, respect. The guy can play. There's no getting around that, and knowing that, and the fact that you're at the end of a high-end deal, you don't have to pay as much initially, and you got him roped in. I'm not sure he might have been the happiest dude to find out he was traded instead of released, but at least he's landing a place like Houston where they're contending. He's back home.
C.J. Stroud, I got to imagine he's pretty happy with this. So, and again, he's got a chance to kind of.
But if you didn't get him, there's guys like Brandon Cooks that are hanging around out there, and I mean, there's Chris Godwin. I mean, you could have gotten some guys that would have filled the bill, maybe for a little bit less, and so you got a younger dude that's got a couple years in him. So, hey, I'll call it a net win.
For the Texans?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's a net win.
I think it is absolutely a net win. So, this is a good get in my mind. It just seems like there's very little downside. You're paying a little this year, but they've got money to spend. They were planning on spending money on the slot receiver anyway. Now you've got one who you feel like you can trust, and if he doesn't have it, then all you're out is 1 year of salary and a 7th-round pick.
I keep waiting for New England to jump into the water. Every time I see, they got like $100 million to spend.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't know what the Patriots. Maybe they're waiting for the draft.
I think so, but they've got so much money, you could just throw money around, and sometimes it lands, sometimes it doesn't.
You would think so, but I think the Patriots are they realize it's gonna have to be a slow build. Like you're not gonna turn the Titanic in one spin of the wheel.
That kind of money you can turn the wheel pretty fast. I mean, you spend $100 million. That's 3 Pro Bowlers if you really kind of want to parse it that way.
Elsewhere, the Seattle Seahawks are apparently exploring a Metcalf trade with, quote, a ton of teams. This according to John Schneider, the GM of Seattle.
So he says it, though I swear I read yesterday the total opposite. Like, we have no intention on moving Metcalf. I don't know what he's thinking.
It says everything's in a very cordial, professional place. Nothing's ugly. Obviously, DK has requested a trade. We are entertaining that. We are talking to a ton of teams, taking offers, seeing what it looks like. He's under contract through next season, and he made it clear that if he is dealt, it will be to the team that gives Seattle the best offer and not necessarily where Metcalf wants to go. He said the thing to understand here is that our responsibility to Jody Allen, to our fans, and is to do what's best for the organization, A, and then B, what's best for the player. Hopefully, these things merge and it's an ideal situation. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But worst case scenario, we have an amazing, explosive, powerful athlete playing receiver for us again in 2025, so we'll see where this goes. But he said that DK has been a very good communicator. He doesn't think that DK will become a problem if he's forced to play his last year in Seattle. He said he's a guy that understands the business. He's a businessman himself. He understands that we're going to head down this road. He understands that we're going to do what's best for the organization. If things don't fall the way he may want, that there's a good chance he could end up being here. And at that point, we all turn the corner and move forward. That's the way it works through this whole process. He's been extremely respectful and professional.
He ain't going anywhere. He's getting $18 million this year. He needs a raise. He deserves it.
He says they really want to, if they deal Metcalf, he says the draft is a deadline. That's when they want to have something done because they want to be able to improve their roster, obviously.
Well, I don't think this is not a seller's market here.
For wide receivers?
Yeah, like I just said.
I
mean, you're trying to move Metcalf, and there's 25 wide receivers of merit that are going to be available for a lot less than what you're asking for Metcalf. So I get the sense that he knows that. I'll make a call or two to make you happy, but I'm not sure I'm going to get nearly the offer you think you're worth just because they can go someplace else.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, especially when you just lost Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, and you got Geno. You got Mr. Average at quarterback. You need to have something for him to throw to.
Right.
That can go make a play.
The weapons have really kind of covered up some of his flaws. Although, I mean, Jackson Smith-Njigba is good. He appears to be their number one.
Yeah.
But
K9, there's still offense, but Lockett matters.
Yeah. Well, and DK certainly matters.
And he's already gone.
Yeah. The top free agent for Seattle is linebacker Ernest Jones IV. And they're still, he said that John Schneider pointed out that they're still trying to work on that. They're still
Snyder's the kind of GM that sees it like you do, and for the most part, me. Like we need some defense.
Yeah.
Given the choice, I'm going to take a linebacker over a wide receiver.
Well, they won a Super Bowl with defense.
Yeah, and Seattle expects that too.
Yeah. So we'll see what ends up happening. I think that. The way that DK's handled this, it seems like they'll find a spot for him. Apparently, the Raiders are very interested in DK Metcalf.
He can live in Devontae's house and have that Taco Bell.
Oh, how great would that be?
Great. He could just move right in and have Taco Bell
there's a golf course in that house.
So I've seen. So he'd have a place to move.
What an incredible house.
And it'd be hard to move. You'd have to have somebody with wide receiver money to buy the place.
I'm worried that house, I actually hope DK moves in there because I'm worried that house is going to prevent mine from selling.
Probably. But we looked at a house up the block that's got a Taco Bell.
What do you got? Taco Bell.
Well, we have an Arby's.
We have a regular kitchen. Oh, so no Taco Bell. No, none.
Kind of like a cafeteria.
What about a golf course? No. Well, we have like a patch of turf in the backyard.
You have to clean the poop off.
Yeah.
No, we don't have a Chick-fil-A. Those are closed on Sunday.
Yeah.
We're hungry.
Yeah. What are you going to eat on Sunday, Vic? I mean, nothing. Taco Bell's open all the time.
Salad. Where am I going to go get my fish today?
That's right. Oh, a
lot of fish being fried today.
Yep. Ooh, is San Antonio a catfish town?
Today there's going to be a lot of fish dined on.
Yeah, today there will
you
be.
name it.
I like fried catfish. I like I like a fish and chips too, but man, fried catfish is hard to beat. And
not Louis fish.
Well, you go to those like restaurants, you go, what kind of fish is this? And they go, fried.
Yeah, they don't. Not
what
tilapia.
Do you mean?
Not
it's white fried fish. What do you care?
Yeah.
I do not want tilapia. That's.
I don't care what it is.
I don't mind tilapia. It's a bad name.
Any fish I like, it's got to be blackened.
Yeah, oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Once you go black, you don't go back.
Yeah, I love blackened fish.
I like all kinds of fish. Who am I kidding? I'll eat whatever.
But today, baby,
yeah,
lots of fish sandwiches being had at lunch.
A lot of scrimps. Do people eat the scrimps?
No, there's going to be a line outside Fred's Fish Fry.
Oh, Fred's Fish Fry.
Yeah.
That's the only time they're open. There's anybody even in the parking lot.
I asked you about that. I always wanted. I've been wanting to eat there. I haven't made my way to one, or I haven't found one, or I haven't driven by one, but I've heard about it.
It's awfully good.
Fred's Fish Fry is kind of like that Halloween costume store that only opens up and then closes down. But Fred's just stays open. But it's only busy during Lent.
Yeah.
Wow. Is the food bad?
It is the most bizarre. You would never. I don't understand how the tartar sauce is good because they make it in the building.
Yeah.
But their fish is like lunchroom fish. It's square. Yeah. It's bricked. You know what I mean? It's like a nugget, a deep fried fish nugget. And you get some white bread with it. I don't understand.
So good. I don't know why, but
I don't know why it's still a thing. I don't know how they stay open. They do. And right about now, today, will be their busiest day of the year.
I haven't seen any new locations, but the old one is just still going.
There's like one employee per.
Yeah. It's the same guy from last year.
That guy never left.
Yeah, there's one. Oh, my God. There's a bunch of
There
locations.
are. They just, this is the busy season.
I mean, I don't know how I haven't come across one of these yet.
They're in parts of town. You're there for a reason.
It appears there's not many in the
in your neighborhood
in suburban areas.
Not too many.
There's 1,000 on the
north
south
of
side.
90. Yeah, the Fred's Fish Fry starts to dry up north.
Is there one
of
off
90.
South Flores still?
Yeah, that one, the one over on Culebra.
First of all, it appears there's only one outside of 410,
and that's the new one over on the west side, right?
Yes. Yeah. All the rest of them are piled up.
They've been in the same place for a long time.
Okay. Well.
Same smell. Every one of them smells the same.
I'm willing to try.
I say that. I've only been into one.
I'm willing to try. I don't want to do it today because everybody's going to be doing it today.
Yeah, today is going to be busy.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be busy.
It's way smarter to go.
You know what?
On
we are.
Thursday.
Next week we're going to go to Fred's. We're going to have us some fish.
On what? On Wednesday?
No, I don't think that should be our lunch out.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't our exploratory meal. This is just a little bit of puto fish for us.
Okay. Yeah, we got. I want to try it. So, but again, I don't want to go on a Friday. So, maybe next. Well, Wednesday we don't get I'll be gone next Wednesday.
Oh,
I'm leaving right after the show next Wednesday.
I'll tell you where the best fish in San Antonio is.
Okay.
The best fish in San Antonio is in the concession stand at Sam Houston High School.
What?
I kid you not.
You're out of your mind.
You go to a basketball game, a volleyball game at Sam Houston High School, and you don't have the fried fish, you have not done it right. It is worth the road game. And normally the whooping you're going to get for going to play there, but at least you get the fish.
Okay. I've heard of a place, I think it's in Live Oak, called Mr. Krabby's. Have you heard of this?
I like the name.
Heard of that.
Somebody was like, "Dude, you got to go check this out."
Is that where they bring the stuff in a bag and pour it out?
They do like shrimp boil and stuff like that. But they do apparently fried fish too. They do all kinds of stuff. It's a Cajun seafood place.
That sounds like
I want to go to that. I'll try. And the what's the one, the Bill Miller one called? Laguna Madre.
That's it,
Laguna. Is it good?
Honest to God, I'm a San Antonian. For 55 years, I've lived in San Antonio. I have never eaten Laguna Madre.
Really?
I've never had any desire to go get Bill's fried fish. It just doesn't appeal to me in the least.
Yeah. I bet I could eat I think I could eat probably 100 fried shrimp.
Well, if there's actually shrimp in there.
I don't get full eating fried shrimp.
No, I don't get full at all eating any kind of shrimp.
I don't know how that works.
I have to see the shrimp. I don't like just dough nuggets that might have shrimp in there or not.
Oh, it's like 90% bread.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I mean, I don't want super thick breading either.
But I think my guess is that's what I'd get at Laguna Madre.
But I don't like the only kind of shrimp I won't eat. I don't like cold cocktail shrimp.
I can eat my weight in cocktail shrimp.
That's my least
I don't like
favorite.
horseradish.
I don't mind it. I tried it. What's a steakhouse in Indy called St. Elmo's?
Elmo's, yeah, there's shrimp cocktail.
I tried it there because you're supposed to try it. but like it's just not my thing.
I love coleslaw.
I don't like that red sauce. I don't like.
See, I do. I like the.
I'm
I
out on
like that.
I like fried shrimp with tartar sauce, or I'll eat fried shrimp with ketchup. That's good too. That's country. But
Yeah, that's country.
I'll eat that, but I could eat probably about 100. And I like crawfish. I don't get full eating crawfish. I'll eat crawfish.
No one does.
I'll eat crawfish for 6
That's why
hours.
there's 1,000 of them on the table.
Yeah, no one gets full.
If there's no corn and potatoes with it, I'll never stop eating. I'll just keep going and going. I all day.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like popcorn at a movie theater. Like it's just.
Oh yeah.
We're getting close to boil season.
Yeah.
And last year was so awful.
It was.
We got it. We're almost there.
All right. We'll be back. Morning Huddle 94.1. I got to tell you about Cerebral. And listen, man, if you are one of these guys who you're spending your time on social media, you're seeing what's going on in the world, and it's disturbing. Like there's no doubt. There's a lot of terrible things going on in the world. And listen, if you get caught up in it, it can bring you down. And imagine instead of worrying about all the other stuff that you've got no control over, you just spent 45 minutes focused on you. How can I make me better? And that's where Cerebral comes in. They make it easier than ever to access personalized, dedicated therapists, doctor-prescribed medication, all for you. And at the best part, they offer in-network care so you can focus on feeling better without worrying about what it's going to cost you at the end of the day. If you're dealing with stress, anxiety, you're having trouble sleeping, you want to just work on relationships, whatever it might be, Cerebral has someone that can help you. They make mental health care easy, accessible, and affordable, and they're a proud official sponsor of the Spurs. And just like athletes prioritize their physical health, mental health, as we know, just as important. And Cerebral's here to help you build a strong foundation for your overall well-being. Take that first step today. Visit Cerebral.com to see how affordable and accessible mental health care can be with your insurance. Cerebral, make time for Mind Time.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever. That's 4 lines on unlimited welcome for just $25 a line per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. You'll also get the new iPhone 16 Pro, 4 of them for the entire family when you trade in up to 4 phones from our top brands. That's a new phone for everyone, only on the network you can count on. Verizon. Visit a store today. 20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply for phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
May I help you? I just wanted to request a late checkout, please. Of course. That's $30 per hour for up to 4 hours. Huh. Okay, but if you can offer a late checkout, then that probably means no one is staying in that room. So if it's empty, maybe I can just stay a few extra hours. Oh, aren't you adorable?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
The moment you find out you're pregnant can be very exciting. Knowing what to do and how to get started can also be overwhelming. Healthy Start is here to help you know what to expect. You should see your doctor in the first trimester to reduce the risk of a premature birth and for a healthy pregnancy. Healthy Start is a free program that offers support and resources while you're pregnant and for your baby's first 2 years of life. For more information, call us at 210-207-4725. Get the help you need to give your baby a healthy start.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Wow! Most cars and trucks can get premium ceramic window film installed by the experts at Mother's Window Tint, starting at just $199. Don't wait. Protect your ride today. Our competitors charge hundreds more, but at Mother's, you get the best quality and value. Call now or visit motherswindowtint.com to schedule your installation. With up to 60 different film options, we've got the perfect fit for every car and budget. Stop by one of our locations and see the difference for yourself. Want to boost your vehicle's security? We've got you covered with advanced systems starting at just $399. Call 210-213-2118 today and ask about our alarm specials. Since 1984, we've been the home home of the Tint and Alarm Special. Don't wait. Visit Mother's Window Tint today. Call now or go online to book your service. Your car deserves it. Mother's Window Tint. Since 1984. Call or visit motherswindowtint.com. That's motherswindowtint.com. And remember, do it at Mother's and save.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
Dude, I'm telling you, I wouldn't go in the water anywhere in Florida. The gators all over the place.
Would you go in the ocean?
Probably not.
Yeah, you would. You'd have to pee at some point if you're on the beach.
I only go in where I can sit.
You sit to pee while you're in the ocean?
Yes. I've got no problem with my manhood, but when you've had a few beers, you got to pee. I don't want to venture out too far.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Warren G was on the streets trying to consume.
So Warren G's coming. He'll be here in the next couple of weeks. Yeah.
Chilling on her. Just hit the east side on the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Ain't no need to treat. All you skirts know what's up with 213. So I hooks a left at 21 and Louis.
G-Funk.
Brother shooting dice. So I said, let's do
Did not
this.
last. It should have. And Warren
said,
G,
what's up?
He's still here, but we lost.
What?
Who's on? Who else is on this track?
This is
Warren G and
the guy who's dead.
Yeah.
Nate Dogg.
Nate Dogg. We lost Nate Dogg about 10 years ago. But Warren G, I believe, is here this week.
Really?
Yes.
I can't believe they taken Warren's wealth. They took my rings. They took my Rolex. Looked at my brother, said, damn, what's next? Oh,
Little yacht rock on the back.
Good stuff.
Got a little Michael McDonald in the back.
I best pull out my skick and lay these busters down. I can't believe it's happening in my hometown.
So I think.
Where's he playing, Warren G?
I think he's at the Sunset Station this weekend.
Let's see.
I kid you not. Let's see. It's a thing called the inaugural Sunset Festival at the ESPY, which is really Sunset Station.
Where's Sunset Station?
It's over on the east side of 37 downtown in between Commerce and Chavez. It's an old train station right by the Alamo Dome, just a little north of the Alamo Dome.
Okay.
Let's see. We've got, Warren G. Let's see. We've got coming up this weekend, March the 8th, performances by groundbreaking American rapper Warren G., soul R&B luminary Alan Stone, and Lily Is That You, a rising force in modern pop. Then on got Tanner Legg and the Heaters, Cody Jasper, Buttercup, and Elna.
There's some sort of festival coming up.
That's it.
At that SB thing that's like
we got an email that's going on this weekend. This is
it like
thing.
a margarita festival or something where you try a bunch I forget what. I've seen it advertised on Instagram, and I think like Lit is playing.
Oh, that's a different thing.
Okay.
This is this weekend at the SB, but if you are a fan of the G-Funk era, Warren G.
G-Funk, step to this. I dare you.
He'll be here to regulate. This is on my constant playlist. This is such a I'm down with this particular genre of rap back in the late 90s, early 90s.
Nate Dogg never. I guess because Nate Dogg was always like. It always felt like Nate Dogg was for the ladies. Like if you wanted to moisten up the ladies, you put Nate Dogg on your track.
Or get high.
But Nate Dogg, Nate Dogg was there to. He was about to make some. He almost made some bodies turn. He made some bodies turn cold. Is what he did.
He laid them busters out.
Yeah, he let his gat explode.
Yes, I'm 59-year-old.
As soon as it happened, as soon as he let his gat explode, he switched his mind back to freak mode.
Which is just like me.
Imagine that. He laid all them busters down. He killed all these dudes, and then it immediately starts thinking about, damn, now who can I go bang?
With the East Side Motel.
At the East Side Motel. God, I mean, you know, if you got it like that, where it's like, man, I just killed 3 dudes, but
he's singing my life.
Let's go get laid.
I mean, that's why.
That's right, buddy.
I'm a man of the streets.
Nate had his priorities. You had his priorities in check, man.
That's
It's
why
like,
we got
hey, I'm
along.
going to help out my homie. I'm going to lay these busters down, and then
he's living
we're
my life.
going to get laid, baby. Woo!
It's like he's writing my life story.
At the East Side Motel. Good for Nate. All right.
Never did get my Rolex back.
No. Well,
I had
and
to
your
run.
rings. They took his rings.
The cops were coming. They were
That's
laid
right.
out. I had to run.
That is right. We don't talk a whole lot of baseball on this program, but it looks like the Vlad Guerrero Jr. is like the next big contract in Major League Baseball, and he's saying that and this is the sad reality of where we live now. Like Vlad Guerrero Jr. is offended that his offer, the final offer he got from the Blue Jays, was not even $600 million.
Well, you know, he's got to keep in mind this is business, and I know it's monopoly money, but the fact remains they underbid.
Yeah,
they did. They are well below market. Sadly, his market's about $800 million about now, in the sum total over the next 15 to 20 years.
Well, one of the things he said is, listen, anybody who says I said I'm starting at Juan Soto money is wrong. I'm not looking for 15 years, 765. I never said that.
But
he said it's much less than Soto. We're talking about many fewer millions than Soto, more than 100 million less.
But many fewer years.
It was the same number of years as Soto's contract, but it didn't reach $600 million. The last number we gave them as a counteroffer didn't reach $600 million. And they did, so if the Blue Jays didn't want to, like, Guerrero's offer to the Blue Jays was under $600 million, and they'd passed.
Maybe. If he wants to stay in Toronto, he'll stay in Toronto.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
don't tell me you want to stay and say that I lowballed you. If you want to stay, here's the money. I'm Toronto. I don't have the money that you're going to hear from New York. I don't have the money you're going to hear from Boston. I never will. Here's the money I got. If you want to stay, this is it.
Toronto's got more money than they want to lean on.
Man, they're holding onto that franchise by a thread.
I don't think so.
Man, I don't think they got the money that you do. Maybe they're going to act like it. They can't afford Vlad Guerrero. In the modern baseball world, there's only 5 teams that can afford him, and they're not one of them.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about like the 4th biggest city in North America. This is not a small market. Like they've got they've got a bunch of corporate sponsors. This is a national baseball team, basically.
For a country that really doesn't care about baseball.
Yeah.
I just don't think, and it's not a slight at Toronto. If he was in Detroit, if he was in Kansas City, if he was in Pittsburgh, you go, well, yeah, but this is all we've got.
Yeah.
I can't make up the difference to have anybody else beside you. Those teams have to grow talent, and when they get too expensive, they go some more and let them go. Vlad is now in that echelon of about 15 dudes that makes or breaks a franchise. And the small markets, unless they have a lot of pieces in place and he grew up with them, they're just not going to be able to compete.
But again, like I don't know why. I don't picture Toronto as a small market.
Well, maybe
like
I'm wrong.
It's the size of LA.
I just don't. Well, I mean, there's the market size, but then there's the market value, and I just don't think that when we talk about LA, that can support a team that can go pay on one side of the fence, Godzilla, and on the other side was the first to do it. Back when they brought in from St. Louis, what's his name? The Pujols. They were the first to go get the big money, and it was a team in the Angels. You thought, really? But look what they did. They leveraged themselves to the point where they could no longer be competitive.
Yeah.
And what's his name? The owner, Artie Moreno.
Yep.
has billions, but he couldn't keep up. So it's when you're talking about Vlad, you're in the Soto realm of.
Oh, I think so.
You're in monies that small markets, mid markets can't even begin to because no cap. Are you kidding? I can't afford it.
Yeah. So the guess is Vlad ends up in the one of the two big American League East teams or LA. And
even
circle of life.
Here's the strange thing about it is, while Toronto, I don't believe has the money, it wouldn't shock me at all if the Rangers jumped into it. You know what I mean?
The Rangers do spend some money, man.
Yeah.
That's what I give credit to that. I mean, it's a clown organization, but they spend money. They're not scared to throw dollars out there. So I'll give them that.
And they're the kind of team that would be the wild card in the negotiations where they come in late and like, holy crap, they just offered him $50 million a year.
They never spend good money, but they'll like. They will spend, and I give kudos to any team that is willing to go out there and throw money around. Like the Padres. Never seems like it works out, but the Padres spend money.
Yeah, they have fun. They build cool stadiums. They have fun. They just can't win with it. And I don't picture Toronto as a franchise that does that. I could be wrong because they haven't had anybody the likes of Vlad in a long time since what? I was thinking Gary Carter, but that's Montreal. When was the last time anybody was in Toronto that we cared about?
I mean...
See, I mean, I'm sure there'll be 5 names from your baseball purists, but I can't think of one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rare thing that they've had like certainly a player like this. I mean, it just doesn't happen very often. But nobody gets players like this very often.
I used to play with his dad on MLB, Vlad the Impaler.
Of course, yeah. Let's see what the Toronto biggest free agent signings are. I don't know what it.
Well, you get the sense that Boston was all in on Soto and didn't get him.
They gave Springer 6 years, 150. That's the biggest.
Oh yeah, Springer.
But got 6 years, 150. You're talking about like play money. That's not.
And Springer is not, when you think of him in the grand scheme of his career, a Blue Jay. I don't think of him that way. And certainly, I'm kind of spoiled because of Houston.
He won in Houston,
but I think everybody will remember him as that. So I don't think Toronto can claim him as their star. He's a merc.
Yeah, they have not spent the kind of money that that their market size would warrant. I'll just say that. And that's always, and you know what, Houston falls into that too.
Yeah.
For being Houston falls into that kind of in a way. The Cubs kind of fall into that. The Cubs should spend more money than they do. The Cubs are cheap.
They are cheap because they're like the Cowboys. Everybody's going to sell. They're always sold out.
They're going to make money no matter what. The White Sox don't spend money,
and they should.
So some of these franchises that are in these huge markets, they just don't want to spend, and
you can't keep up. So you either make money and lose, or lose money and try to win and keep up with the Joneses. And I think there's about 8 markets around the country. The White Sox, one of them, go, you know what? Every now and then we'll grow a team, but for the most part, we're going to play in front of empty stands and rely on our TV and cable money and carry on as the foil to the Cubs.
Or you're like the Mets and you spend all the money in the world and you lose, and your owner's so rich that he goes, oh, well,
some more.
We'll get them next year. I'll throw some more at it. Like, not everybody's got it that way.
And end up in the same place as the Royals, who spent a third of that.
But you know what? The Royals won one. And that's the thing. If you can jump up and sneak one every once in a while, like, man, kudos. And the Royals did it the small market way. They built a team and they had
sold it off.
They had like a 3-year window, and they won one, and I think they lost one too, right? Didn't they go and lose one or got close and lost?
I think they got close.
Maybe they lost to the Astros in the ALCS. Yeah. But that's the way you can do it if you're not one of the haves. Like it has to be a perfect storm, and kudos to the Royals. Like the Marlins have done that. There's a couple teams that have every once in a while found a way to do it. It's just very difficult.
Grow them and then sell them when they get too expensive. And start over.
Mm-hmm. Start from scratch. All right, let's hit a break. I haven't played the Friday song yet, Vic.
Oh, we're saving that.
All right, fine.
Saving it for 8.
Okay, all right, good. At least something to look forward to. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, Loop 410 eastbound Starcrest. That's a stall right lane. About a 5-minute delay, slow from Harry Wurzbach. We're also getting reports of a serious crash on the west side of town where a bicyclist was hit by a vehicle. So on Old Highway 90 eastbound from 34th Street to Monterey, that is now closed. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
San Antonio, are you ready? The 2025 NCAA Men's Final Four is coming to the Alamo City. The NCAA Men's Final Four Fan Fest, presented by Capital One, brings fun for all ages. Fan Fest is a sports wonderland of interactive games with celebrity and athlete appearances, giveaways, and much more. Come ready to play April 4th through the 7th at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. The event is free for kids 12 and under, Capital One card holders, military personnel, and 2025 Final Four ticket holders. Visit ncaa.com/men's Final Four.
Is that a new Samsung Galaxy A15 5G?
Yeah, I got it for free when I joined Cricket Nation.
Sounds pretty great.
At Cricket, anyone can get a new phone when they switch.
Whoa.
With a high-quality camera, meaning more flattering selfies for all. And super fast 5G, so you can post them for all to see. Your friends, your family, your ex. Free phone! Free phone!
Okay, I'll switch.
Welcome to Cricket Nation.
Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. Must bring your number to Cricket on a $60 a month voice plan. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Fees, terms, and other restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at H-E-B and make every bite count. Because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team. Southern Recipe Small Batch.
Huge news. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a Son of Baconator for just $3. I don't think you understand this situation. The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. You know, smoked bacon, rich melted cheese. That Son of Baconator is only $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid on a combo or on third-party delivery platform.
Hey, Rob Thompson here from my friends over at Prize Picks. The second half of the basketball season is here. The race to playoffs is on, and there's no better time to hit Prize Picks because the money, it's heating up. 1,000 times your cash, Taco Tuesdays, and the way they pay, let me tell you. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your accounts. There's no better way to get started with Prize Picks than right now as basketball season ends. And here's the best thing about Prize Picks is you can combine different leagues. You got a favorite in the pros, you got a favorite in the college, you can put them together to really maximize your bets. And remember the code ALAMO. Remember, you download that when you sign up today. There's money to be had. No better place than Prize Picks right now. As the basketball season winds down, go for the place to get the best cash with your favorite sports. That's Prize Picks. You know what you're doing. Go play. In fact, go run your game.
If you're looking for something light and refreshing to drink, give Love Street Blonde from Karbach a try. One of the best beers you'll find in Texas, a Kolsch-style blonde hopped delicately with floral German hops. This beer has a clean malt profile you're going to love. Check them out wherever you get your Karbach beer.
Hey, San Antonio, multiple tours overseas, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training toward our low-cost degree and certificate programs. We call that credit where credit is due. For over 75 years, our dedicated success coaches have been helping service members achieve their goals. Get started with local support and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Your old or broken phone can let you down when you need it most.
Perfect.
But at Verizon, trade in any old phone from our top brands and get the most for it, up to $2,000 in value for an amazing new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence and a new line on My Plan, and iPad and Apple Watch Series 10. That's like a 3-for-1. And you can get it on any plan. At Verizon, trade in your old phone for a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, iPad, and Apple Watch. The other guys won't give you that. Visit Verizon.com today. Additional terms apply. Service plan required for Apple Watch and iPad. Up to $2,000 value based on iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Welcome to The Hangar, Petrenko, your go-to spot for mouthwatering wings, ice-cold cocktails, and an unforgettable atmosphere. Come taste some of the best wings in town, served by their friendly staff with even friendlier cocktails. Only at Hangar Petrenko, where great food, drinks, and friends come together.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Classic is back. Monday, April 14th at the Golf Club of Texas. Get your slot now. $120 per person or $400 per foursome. The Spring Golf Classic, benefiting the Pan American Golf Association, is presented by Flight by Yingling, sponsored in part by Ensira.com and PPL Motorhomes. It's in the hole! The Spring Golf Classic, Monday, April 14th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagel, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Morning Huddle, Morning Huddle. This is one of your jams, Vic?
Yeah. Sunday.
This
reminds me of Rock Island back in the day.
This is college radio.
I don't even know. I don't know this song.
Yeah, they're from here.
Oh, it's a local band?
Yeah.
That's
KSYM
why I'm
on Sunday nights.
I'm not cool. I'm not one of you guys. I'm not puro.
You're just San Anto, right?
One day maybe.
Oh, you're puro, man.
One day maybe.
You're deep into it.
I'm trying, man.
You've had carnitas across this town.
I want to be accepted here. I want to be part of the club.
Part of the clique.
I'll denounce everywhere else I've lived.
Now it's blood in, blood out.
Yeah.
You don't want to get rolled in yet.
Vatos locos for life.
Yeah.
Carnal.
Vatos locos.
Oh, what a movie! I loved that movie when I was a kid.
Right?
Yeah. You'd watch that and you'd feel like a gangster,
dude. Man. Yeah.
Of course, I wasn't a gangster.
There was the anal sex that I didn't really enjoy. That was the.
Yeah.
Well, I've never tried it, so I don't know.
Me either, but just the scene.
Yeah.
Just the scene.
Oh, I thought you.
Rather,
I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about something else.
No. Just the scene. Kind of. It was a rude awakening.
Yeah.
I guess no matter how you frame it.
Ren asked if I was singing Morning Hard On. Maybe. What's a big deal, Ren? You never had that? Vic said he had one the other day. He had to take care of it.
Yep.
Vic,
it happens.
Vic, you woke your wife up at 3 in the morning trying to get some sex, huh?
Yep.
Man, you're a braver man than I am.
I'd come to work looking like that cat outside.
Yeah.
What happened?
Tried to wake her up. I don't know. Got my ear bit off. I don't know what the hell. I was all like, "Hurry up! We gotta
slashes.
I gotta jump in the shower and I gotta get to work. Hurry!
Yeah,
I gotta beat Rob and
crazy.
AJ.
Hurry on up. But hey, good for you, man. Good for you. Good if you can get it. Good getting if you can get it, Bubba.
Pellets are still working.
There you go.
They're living through chemistry.
Exactly. Spurs back in action tonight.
It's the homecoming, De'Aaron going home.
Yep, they'll be in Sacktown, Sacramento minus 5.5 tonight against the Spurs. I mean, the Kings are quite frankly a better team than the Spurs are right now.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. The last couple of efforts from the Spurs are really confusing. You know, like the last second win against the Grizzlies and then getting smacked around by the Thunder that's going to happen. But then beating the Nets, it's like I don't know what to think of their effort. Like, what are we doing?
The Nets at home. I mean, the Nets are one of those three other teams.
Yeah, but what about the Grizzlies on the road? Explain that. And a game that, now mind you, they barely won, but they were dominating for most of the game.
Well, keep in mind now the Grizzlies have lost 5 straight. One of them was to the Spurs, and they lost another one. So the Grizz have their own problems. That was a shock. That's one of those that we didn't want, nor did they. But we have to beat Brooklyn at home just for our own self-confidence. But these roadies against the fair to Midland teams, the teams that have to win, these are the tough ones. On the road against a team that's got a day of rest, has to get a win. They are chasing playoff slot. They have no recourse. There is no losing. They got an interim coach. They've got There's no getting – these are the tough ones. You go in and beat them, that's a whole other story. And I'm not sure you even want to effort to go that hard to go do it. And they're not a great team, but there's going to be some revenge in their heart. I mean, they're going to want to beat De'Aaron, so they'll be up more than they normally would against a team like the Spurs, basically showing up with a G League team, De'Aaron and Devin Vassell, who's kind of on fire right now.
De'Aaron Fox has kind of opened up about his exit from Sacramento as we lead into this game tonight. He basically talked about how he wanted to play in Sacramento forever. He's like, I wanted to play in Sacramento my whole career. He's like, it was a great market for basketball. He's like, I never asked for a trade. I loved it there. Everybody bled purple. It was always great just going to the grocery store, going out to a restaurant. Everybody there was extremely kind. And when we started winning, then it was light the beam everywhere. You really felt it around the city. It was definitely a great place to be for as long as I was. But he had told the organization over the summer that he was tired of all the turnover at head coach. He's like, man, I want some consistency. And then they fired Mike Brown halfway through his third year after they just gave him an extension. And I think that's where De'Aaron Fox was like, okay, you just gave this dude an extension. Now 7 months later, he's fired. What are we doing? And that's when it was like, I'm going – he said, I'm not going to play for another coach. I'm going to play for another team. And that's when the decision was made to move on, because Fox was apparently – there were teammates, there were Kings who wanted to move on from Brown, and De'Aaron Fox was saying, sign that guy to an extension. Let's keep him around. And obviously, De'Aaron Fox lost that battle, and I think that was the end of it for De'Aaron Fox. So, and then they said, you fire the coach and you don't do an interview, so all the blame was on me. Did it weigh on me? No. I don't give a bleep, but the fact y'all are supposed to be protecting your player and y'all let that happen, I felt at the time the organization didn't have my back.
They had Luke Walton in 19. He was there for 2 years. Gentry a year. Brown 2 years. Christie interim. They haven't had a long-term coach that lasted more than 3 years since we're going back. Rick Adelman was there from 98 to 06.
That's they haven't had they can't keep anybody.
So it's been 20 years. Musselman was there a year. Theus a year. Nat was interim, didn't even last. Westfall made it 3 years. Keith Smart a year. Michael Malone a year. Tyrone Corbin a year. George Carl a year. Dave Jager 3 years. Luke Walton 1.5 years. Alvin Gentry 1 year. Mike Brown 2 years. Doug Christie. I've never seen anything like this. There's a funny backstory. Their owner, the Sacramento Kings owner, he's a software dude.
I can't think of his name.
Wende,
the guy who they bought from the Maloofs.
Right. And when he bought the team, they did a kind of a backstory, a bio on him that I watched. And he didn't know basketball at all. And his daughter got in some kind of league, and he coached his daughter. And they won in some kind of – he coached them, they won, and he decided he wanted to own a basketball team after that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the fact that he coached his daughter to win in some kind of little girls, league –
made him think he knows basketball.
Well, think about how many owners this guy's gone through. He's fired an owner since he took over every 2 years.
Yeah, fired a coach.
I mean, a coach. Yeah. No owner has made it, or no coach has made it more than 3 years since he has been there.
So I didn't know this. So apparently the Kings told Rich Paul, who's De'Aaron's agent, that they were going to listen to trade offers on him.
Uh-huh.
So it was never De'Aaron Fox saying, hey, I want out of here. It was the Kings saying,
we're shopping him.
We're shopping him. So Rich Paul tells De'Aaron Fox this.
That's a kick in the nuts.
Yeah, and he says, we're sitting there trying to have the conversation, but I know what he's about to tell me because Rich had already told me. So this is where the Kings are trying to sit Fox down, and he already knows. He said, a reporter calls trying to break the story, but mind you, our GM hasn't told me yet. So it had already been told even before I was told by our team. A source within the Kings organization said the combination of Fox declining a couple of extension offers, his public comments and private conversations between the club and the player led to Sacramento deciding to need to move on from him ahead of the trade deadline. And then that's when Fox came out and said that he would prefer to be in San Antonio. He said there was no bleeping list. Fox said there was one team. I wanted to go to San Antonio. So a lot of people are mad at me saying I handcuffed the team by giving them a destination. Well, this is my career. If anybody else is in my position, you do the same thing. It's not my job to help you build your team. I'm not about to go where they just want me to go. I wanted to have a destination. And Fox got his wish. So
Monty McNair is responsible in a year for firing Mike Brown and trading De'Aaron Fox.
Yep.
Literally the face of their, and again, pretty close.
I didn't
the
know,
last 10 years.
I didn't know De'Aaron Fox. I assumed that De'Aaron Fox was like, I'm ready to move on. This is totally different than what we ever saw.
It sounds like a Luka thing. Like, I want to stay. I don't care. Just help me.
Yeah.
Monty McNair is a Nico light.
Fox said the only demand he ever made in Sacramento was for the Kings to acquire dynamic wing players, such as Brooklyn's Cam Johnson. Fox believed that most championship teams are anchored by top-tier wings like Giannis or Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum. He said, that's all I ever asked for. I told Keegan Murray, and I don't know how many people would agree with me, but I'm like, the best teams in the league outside of Steph, their best player is usually a wing. Wings win in this league. And he said, that's what I'm looking for. So, and
he got him Devin Vassell.
Yeah, well, I would guess eventually that gets upgraded. All right. We're halfway there, living on a prayer on a Friday. Oh, man. This is going to be a good weekend, Rob.
Oh,
it's going to be a good weekend, Bubba.
Yes, sir.
Way back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rocket. If you feel like owning a home is out of reach, Rocket is here to give you back the keys because they believe everyone deserves a shot at the American dream. Own the dream. Visit Rocket.com or call 800-4ROCKET. Again, that's Rocket.com or call 800-4ROCKET.
The Blitz is going to Vegas. Come along for an unforgettable Mega March weekend at Circa Las Vegas, March 27th through the 30th for opening day and the second weekend of the tournament. Thursday, March 27th, celebrate the start of the baseball season and watch all the games at the world's largest sportsbook, plus the ultimate March Hoops experience. Take in the action in the 6 pools and the 143-foot screen at Stadium Swim. Book now and use promo code BLITZ at CircaLasVegas.com and join Jason and Joe at Circa Resort and Casino.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Methodist Care Now Urgent Care has 18 locations throughout San Antonio, open 7 days a week. From injuries and illnesses to school and sports physicals, Care Now Urgent Care is here to help you feel better fast. Find a location near you at carenow.com and use our convenient web check-in today.
Start your wellness journey with the YMCA. Join any Monday in March and enjoy no joining fees. Get a sneak peek of what the Y has to offer as their guest on Monday, March 17th. Don't miss out. No join fees any Monday in March. Join the YMCA today and save towards your wellness journey.
The moment you find out you're pregnant can be very exciting. Knowing what to do and how to get started can also be overwhelming. Healthy Start is here to help you know what to expect. You should see your doctor in the first trimester to reduce the risk of a premature birth and for a healthy pregnancy. Healthy Start is a free program that offers support and resources while you're pregnant and for your baby's first 2 years of life. For more information, call us at 210-207-4725. Get the help you need to give your baby a healthy start.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been, because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this. The insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
Eczema flaring up again. We have good news. Exoderm. If you or someone you love suffers from eczema or dermatitis, get Exoderm, the common sense answer for eczema. This stuff really does work. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives. Take back control of your eczema with affordable, fast-acting Exoderm Flare Control Cream.
Exoderm. It's in the first aid aisle of your local drugstore, supermarket, or big box store.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data, available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line Gold Unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Wow! Most cars and trucks can get premium ceramic window film installed by the experts at Mother's Window Tint, starting at just $199. Don't wait. Protect your ride today. Our competitors charge hundreds more, but at Mother's, you get the best quality and value. Call now or visit motherswindowtint.com to schedule your installation. With up to 60 different film options, we've got the perfect fit for every car and budget. Stop by one of our locations and see the difference for yourself. Want to boost your vehicle's security? We've got you covered with advanced systems starting at just $399. Call 210-213-2118 today and ask about our alarm specials. Since 1984, we've been the home of the tint and alarm special. Don't wait. Visit Mother's Window Tint today. Call now or go online to book your service. Your car deserves it. Mother's Window Tint. Since 1984. Call or visit motherswindowtint.com. That's motherswindowtint.com. And remember, do it at Mother's and save.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, Loop 410 eastbound Starcrest. That's a stall right lane. About a 5-minute delay, slow from Harry Wurzbach. We're also getting reports of a serious crash on the west side of town where a bicyclist was hit by a vehicle. So on Old Highway 90 eastbound from 34th Street to Monterey, that is now closed. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The San Antonio Spurs head to Sacramento tonight to take on the Kings. It'll be De'Aaron Fox. First trip home from the trade. Tip-off tonight will be set for 9 o'clock. In the NFL, draft analyst Todd McShay says the Dallas Cowboys will have difficulty getting a running back at 12 no matter who they like. Both Ashton Genty and North Carolina's Omarion Hampton are expected to be off the boards by pick number 12. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Talk.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. Synergenicshealth.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Number 3, baby. Morning Huddle 94.1. So we got the Friday song coming up. I'm excited for that. That's gonna be good, man.
Set the bar low. You'll never be.
Listen, dude. There's little.
Have it queued up and ready.
There's little things during the week, and like that's why it bummed me out this week that you couldn't go to lunch because our Wednesday lunch is like a marker for me.
It is.
It's like when we go to lunch on Wednesday after the meeting, we have a meeting with our bosses on Wednesday, and then we go have lunch. And from that point on, I'm like, man,
I wouldn't mind the Asian buffet again.
we're in good shape.
That was good.
Oh, that was good.
Right?
That was good.
I think we might have decided Tuesday is going to involve a boil of some sort.
They're crazy Cajun.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. You can eat that stuff too, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Hot and spicy like
That's
your mama.
right, baby.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that we have little landmarks, and when we play that Friday song, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Almost there.
Yeah, it's like on Wednesday every time, like when we get to the hump hour of hump day, I'm like, okay,
8:01.
That's right. We're on our way down, and everything gets better from there, baby. Everything gets better from there. In the association last night, we had I don't know how severe the injury is to Derek Brunson. I don't consider Jalen Brunson.
Derek's the older brother.
Yeah, I don't consider the Knicks a real team. I don't like.
Oh, well, they're good in the Garden.
Yeah, they're good for what they are. But the gap between. Like right now, we talked yesterday. There's three horses in the league. There's the Cavs, there's the Thunder, and there's the Celtics. And the third place team after the Celtics the Cavs and the Celtics in the East is the Knicks. And I've been saying for months now, like, this is not a good team. I've watched them. They're no good. They're lamb slayers. When they play a bad team, they smack them around, and then they beat their chest, and then they go play anybody with a pulse, and they get throttled. Well, last night, not only did they lose to the Lakers, but they also lose Jalen Brunson. Yeah. I don't know it looked ugly at the time, but he was kind of able to limp off on his own. I thought at first like his leg was broken, but it looks like it's probably going to be a high ankle sprain. He'll probably be out until playoff time, and then they'll see what they can do with him.
I'll tell you, but they're going to slip. I mean, while they're not a real team, Jalen Brunson's a real player.
Yeah.
And the reason Cat has only been moderately successful is the gravity that Brunson provides in the paint to allow Cat to operate and do the things that he's good at.
Yeah, see, I've been kind of wondering, like that's I guess sort of a chicken and egg thing, because it's real easy to say that, but I mean, Cat's playing better than ever, and I don't think that Jalen Brunson has more gravity than Anthony Edwards did.
No, I would agree with that. But when you play with Jalen Brunson, you get more opportunities.
I think that's fair.
You know what I mean?
That's fair. But yeah, so the Knicks currently 12 games out of the one spot, which is never going to be a reality anyway. But they are 5 games behind the Celtics for the 2, and they are 5 games ahead of the Pistons for the last spot where you don't have to do a play-in. So
and the Pistons are coming.
Oh, Pistons are coming.
And with Jalen hurt, I mean, that's a legitimate concern.
The Bucks are coming.
Yeah.
Like, make no mistake. The good news is after those top 6 in the Eastern Conference, it doesn't really feel like anybody else even wants to win. It's like they're all trying to fall out of the play-in round, but at some point, four teams have to make it. There's going to be 5 teams who don't make any kind of playoff, and everybody's fighting for those 5 spots. Right. Instead of everybody fighting for the 4 play-in spots.
Pacers, Pistons, Heat, Magic,
Bulls, Nets.
Just a bunch of crap, man. That's just average to mid at best.
Yeah, so I don't know who's going to be there. The top 6 in the East, Cavs, Celtics, Knicks, Bucks, Pacers, Pistons, those teams are making the playoffs. I don't know what the rest of the East is going to look like because nobody else really wants to be there. So it's all a matter of effort, and if your poor effort can be better or can be worse than the other team's poor effort. I imagine the Heat are probably going to end up being stuck there because they won too much early, that it's hard for them to fall out, which is kind of the Spurs' problem. In hindsight, it'd be nice if the Spurs would have stunk early in the season.
Wish he'd have had thrombosis in December. Yeah. Damn it.
But because it looks like the Spurs, there's no way they're going to be anything but the 3rd worst team in the Western Conference.
No matter what they do.
Because now they've got 26 wins. The Pelicans and the Jazz aren't going to finish the year with 26 wins. Like, they're not. No, I don't know. I mean, the Pelicans. No, neither one of them are.
You know, this is as far as the Spurs are concerned. There is a bit of a blessing to it in that there is no shame or crime in beating the Nets at home and winning a game or two here and there because you're not affecting their ping pong balls. You are what you are.
Yeah, and you're going to be the third worst team in the West, which means you're going to be like the 8th worst team overall. So you're going to have the same shot you'd have if you were 6 versus 10. A very slim chance of hitting it, but it's happened before.
Yeah, and it gives you the leeway to go try hard. You know, you don't have the wherewithal. Well, we had to lose.
Well, and it happened last year, right? The Hawks weren't supposed to be in the top 3.
No, they jumped. They did. They got. It happens pretty regularly, but the best you can really hope for, the way it is weighted, is to jump to 3. You have to be ridiculously lucky to get to those first 2 points. I mean, you have. We're now 1 in the hundreds at that point. But to get to the 3rd pick, if you're in the top 8, yeah, man, it's pretty regular.
The Hawks won 25 games last year, and they ended up being the first pick. So they had
you have to be beyond lucky. Yep. But it does happen periodically.
But and remember, the Hawks last year played in the play-in. So I'm wrong. I was giving them. They weren't even that bad. They were a play-in.
Well, they had
team.
Acquired. I think was that one of a pick they had acquired.
No, that was their pick.
That was just the 30th.
They just got lucky. So because they lost in the play-in, they became a lottery team, and there you go. The rest is history. The Wizards got the 2nd pick. They were the 2nd worst team, which that's more often than not that's the way it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But the 3rd pick went to the Rockets, and the Rockets were the first team out of the play-in last year. So it can happen, just not that often. I always feel bad for teams when it's like the Pistons were so dreadful last year and they still didn't get the first pick.
No, but at some point you don't deserve it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Detroit would have done right by the pick.
Probably not.
You're better off picking 4th.
Yeah. They ended up getting Ron Holland. We'll see if that was a worthy pick anyway. Now, is it just the top 3 get moved or the top 4?
4.
Because the Spurs got drawn into the top 4 last year too, right?
4th, yeah.
And but they weren't supposed to be a top 4 draw team.
No, I think we were right there. I think we landed right where we thought we were going to land.
Because I'm looking at
it's weighted so heavily for those bottom 4. You don't have to be the worst. You just got to be
the bottom 4 last year were Detroit, Washington, Charlotte, and Portland.
And you can't really fall out.
And only Washington was the only one who drafted in the top 4 out of those.
Right.
So Detroit fell to 5th, Charlotte fell to 6th, Portland fell to 7th, and so the Spurs moved up a little, but the Rockets and the Hawks moved up.
The Hawks jumped
significantly.
Us, yeah.
So, but good that the Spurs won because the Spurs did well in the lottery because they would have been picking like 10th.
Yeah.
If things had not gone their way.
Which was, traditionally where we'd been picking in our mediocrity.
So, sometimes better to be lucky. And maybe the Spurs get lucky. You're right, though. Like, winning a few games here and there doesn't really matter for people.
And that helps. It helps.
The Spurs aren't a playoff team, and they're not the worst team in the league. They're somewhere in the middle.
The purgatory that leads to ongoing high draft picks.
Yeah.
Here we sit again.
And again, what I do think now, because of De'Aaron Fox, quite frankly, I think he's the biggest reason. He gives and because you got lucky last year with Castle, now you're in a position where wherever you draft, you don't have to draft a franchise-changing player. You have to draft a guy that fits a particular need for your team. And there is some piece to that.
Oh, my gosh. The freedom of knowing exactly what I'm chasing and working out the dudes that do exactly what you want to do. There's a remarkable amount of freedom.
Because think about it. Let's say, and I mean, listen, this is a first world problem if it hits you. But let's say the Spurs do have some success in the lottery and they end up with the 2nd pick. Now, the 2nd pick is, to me, the gap between 2 and 3 is massive in this year's draft. I think Cooper Flagg and Dylan Harper are in a class by themselves.
Is done. He's the number 2 pick.
But if you've got the number 2 pick,
you draft Dylan Harper.
But you don't need Dylan Harper.
You draft
Dylan right. Harper. But that's the thing.
That's the only guy you go, I draft him no matter what.
Right.
After that, I start drafting for need.
But or you start listening to trade offers and see if you can get the moon. But Yeah, but that's when you're in a position where, well, we don't need – this is the one position we don't need, but it's like, well, it doesn't matter. You got to take him.
I'll take him, but after that –
where if you're picking 7th or 8th, you're taking whoever fits exactly what you need. So there is some piece to that. I mean, would I rather be 2nd? Sure. But –
see, one of the things the Spurs have to avoid is they can't draft a dude like Jeremy Sohan, which basically went as the best athlete available.
A positionless,
they can't go there. Even if you draft a repetitive position, he has to be that position. You can't draft a guy that's going to fill a gap. Those guys, that's a luxury that the Spurs aren't ready for yet.
I think so too. And quite frankly, it would be nice if they could draft a player that would move Jeremy Sohan into sort of a utility bench role.
Yes, that's ideally the plan, I would hope. I mean, a jack of all trades, master of none needs to come off the bench.
Yeah, as we talked about how wings win championships,
I agree with what Darren said, but that's been traditionally the small forward has always been the best athlete on the team. This is nothing new. I mean, now their role is different. The new version of the small forward stretches the floor a lot more than the old version. But traditionally, the 6'7" dude that can run, jump, and shoot is the toughest guard and the best player on the team, and that has never changed. And Sacramento, for whatever reason, has never really gone in that direction.
And the other luxury that the Spurs have is Steph Castle has some versatility in a way that if you want to make him
point guard, he can do it.
He could be your point guard. He could play 1, 2, or 3 really. He's got that versatility. And if you get into a position where you've got to draft a Dylan Harper, now you've got now we've got these 2 guys, and Steph is going to be more of a wing than a guard.
You draft Dylan Harper, you got Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton kind of backcourt. You've got, I've got 2 of each. I've got 2 1s and 2 2s, and with the 2 guys I'm playing, literally, those guys are interchangeable.
The mock draft I saw this morning, it had the Spurs picking 9th.
And that probably
is about right.
Mm-hmm.
So in this one, the Wizards get Cooper Flagg, which I have a hard time believing they'll let the Wizards get Cooper Flagg. He'd be wasted there. Charlotte gets Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing is when these guys, like these generational players, go to a franchise where no one's going to care. No one cares about anybody playing in Charlotte.
The interesting thing about Charlotte in this situation with Harper is they've got a Ball brother there.
Yeah.
It's going to make for an interesting offseason for them because that is a repetitive pick.
Utah Jazz, Ace Bailey.
Yep.
I
know you don't like him, but that'd be a good pick for them.
New Orleans, VJ Edgecombe. I love him.
Yep.
Toronto, number 5. Kaman Maluak, the center from Duke.
9-foot wingspan.
6, Brooklyn Nets, Trey Johnson from Texas.
Yep.
7, the fact that Oklahoma City picked 7th is almost unfair.
Are they going to pick a homeboy?
Asa Newell, Georgia power forward center.
I covet him.
8, Colin Murray Boyles from South Carolina, power forward to the Bulls.
No.
And 9th, Kasparas Yakashonis to the Spurs.
Like him.
A combo guard.
He's years away, though.
He
3
is,
years away.
But he's kind of on the same timeline as the Spurs.
I like him. No, that's perfect. I think he provides that swing guard mentality. He does the same thing that Castle does with a little bit more flash. Better point guard than Castle is, but not nearly the scorer. He's just got to put on some weight. But he is so much quicker than anybody gives him credit for until you play him.
And then it's got the Spurs also picking 11th with the Hawks pick.
Better be a big man.
So 10th, it has Con Knoopel.
Well, that's the other shooter. That's the other
Portland. And then 11, it has Derek Queen from the Maryland.
Big man. Bouncy.
Yeah, but he doesn't play defense.
No, he's a bouncy rim protector.
He's like I don't know. He's
they're not going to draft him.
He's you can't switch him.
They're not going to draft him. That's not the guy they're chasing.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want him. I'd rather have Liam McNeely, who would still be available in this situation, and get a shooter.
They'll get a big international kid before they would get that.
Yeah, they're not going to draft a big man who can't block shots and can't switch.
Well, he can block shots.
He doesn't.
Well, you can tell by his frame he can. He's just not a Spur. His game does not seem to lend itself to what he's not. He's got heavy feet.
Yeah,
he doesn't slide well. But other than that, he's a player, just not for the Spurs.
But I agree that the Spurs, maybe with their first pick, they take the best guy available. And then with the second pick, it's either a big or a pure shooter.
Yeah, I see a big international dude
that they're going to be able to
like an Yves Messi. There's a lot of those dudes around now.
Yeah. I'm interested. I'm interested to see what they do, especially if they end up with 9 and 11.
But that's 2 shooters. Well, no, Kneipel would have already gone.
Yeah, or you can see them pair those two and maybe move up if they so like, and maybe you get an Edgecombe or someone like that if you're able to do that. So, or like you said, who's the guy you cover? Asa Newell.
Asa Newell at Georgia. Watch him during the tournament. He's
although I don't
exactly what the Spurs are looking for. He doesn't want the ball, but good around the basket. Doesn't need a play to score. Block shots. Eager to help from 3 to 5. Can move to the corners. I mean, just a good all-around big man.
Very versatile defender. And you know what he does? He goes around the basket and he dunks the ball.
And doesn't want a play called for him. He'll just go pick up the trash.
There is nothing fancy. It's just, I'm going to get to the basket and I'm going to dunk the ball.
And that's of concern. I thought he would slip just because he's on a bad Georgia team. But when I hear a team like Oklahoma City, who does their scouts, that means the rest of the league don't pay attention to. He won't be around by the time the Spurs draft.
Chris said I'd stay in college, too, if I thought the Wizards had the number 1 pick.
Truth. And you know what? There is some $9 million to start with this conversation for Flag, and Duke could come up with it.
And Tarek says no more guards, man. I don't know. Because like I said, you can maybe push Castle off of the ball and
Edgecombe, it would be a luxury. He really would be, because he's much closer to Castle than any of the other guys. He's a better offensive player coming out, but his body isn't quite the same as Castle.
Yeah, he is a
bucket man,
much like Castle. And I think what this team needs more is more guys who will attack the basket. And
he's that.
That's him.
I mean, he's a bucket. It does get a little repetitive though.
Maybe
we do start loading up. But if he was there at 9, he's there. I'm taking him. I'll work it out.
Yeah, there's a lot of options for the Spurs. All right, let's hit a break. We'll be right back. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. Monday, April 14th at the Golf Club of Texas. Get your slot now. $120 per person or $400 per foursome. The Spring Golf Classic, benefiting the Pan American Golf Association, is presented by Flight by Yingling, sponsored in part by Ensira.com and PPL Motorhomes. The Spring Golf Classic, Monday, April 14th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
At Lowe's, our members get more. With the MyLowe's rewards programs, members earn points on eligible purchases. Plus, you can shop member-only deals for your home and business every week. So what are you waiting for? Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Can a president not have sex with a porn star?
Clinton did it. No one had a problem with Clinton doing it.
Or Kennedy, or...
No one had problems with them doing it, right?
It's definitely an ingredient that was injected from the other side. What's the guy's name? Mm-hmm. The evil guy from Hungary? Super rich?
Dracula?
No.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So, what's that about?
So, let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
The Valero Texas Open is a can't-miss event. Here's your chance to enjoy food, drinks, and the world's best PGA Tour pros as they tee it up at TPC San Antonio. You won't want to miss the next defining, unexpected, and winning moments at the Valero Texas Open. Proceeds help us continue a long-standing tradition of giving back to our community. Buy tickets on ValeroTexasOpen.com and join us April 3rd through the 6th.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super
Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new Gold Standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Is that a new Samsung Galaxy A15 5G?
Yeah, I got it for free when I joined Cricket Nation.
Sounds pretty great.
At Cricket, anyone can get a new phone when they switch.
Whoa.
With a high-quality camera, meaning more flattering selfies for all. And super fast 5G, so you can post them for all to see. Your friends, your family, your ex. Free phone! Free phone!
Okay, I'll switch.
Welcome to Cricket Nation.
Cricket 5G is not available everywhere. Must bring your number to Cricket on a $60 a month voice plan. First month service charge and tax due at sale. Fees, terms, and other restrictions apply. See cricketwireless.com for details.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been. Because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this. The insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live out at Mellow Mushroom there in Stone Oak, and we've got a very special guest.
Kellen Mond, the quarterback of the San Antonio Brahmas. He will join us at 3:35.
And what are the Cowboys going to do in free agency? We'll ask John Machota with The Athletic coming up at 5:15.
The Blitz live at Mellow Mushroom in Stone Oak starting at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
He's still on the roster. There it is.
Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Partying. Yeah! Yeah! Looking forward to the weekend. Oh, we've made it, boys.
Smells like bubblegum lip gloss in here.
We're an hour and a half away, friends. Hour and a half away. How about that? Did you see this guy? Ryan Wedding. Are you familiar with him?
I am unfamiliar with Ryan Wedding.
Ryan Wedding is an Olympic
the international
snowboarder.
Yeah, this is a great story. There's going to be a movie about this.
So Olympic snowboarder, a Canadian named Ryan Wedding, he's 43 years old, has been added to the FBI's 10 most wanted list.
Yes, sir.
What did he do?
He's in with the cartels.
There is a $10 million reward for him.
Whoa.
He went from Akil Davis, the assistant director at the FBI, said, He went from shredding powder on the slopes at the Olympics to distributing powder cocaine on the
he
streets
worked on
of
that all night.
U.S. cities and in his native Canada. The alleged murders of his competitors make Wedding a very dangerous man.
He's in with the Sinaloa cartel. They think he's down in Mexico right now.
He's apparently moving drugs between Colombia, Mexico, Southern California, and Canada. A dozen people have already been arrested in his case. Among his aliases, according to the FBI, are El Jefe,
El Chingon,
Public Enemy, and James Conrad King. Authorities allege that he's responsible for killing 2 members of a family in Canada in retaliation for a stolen drug shipment. In what officials said, there was a case of mistaken identity, as well as 2 other people, according to officials in federal court filings. He finished 24th in the parallel giant slalom in 2002 at the Olympics and is now on the FBI's top 10 most wanted
So
list.
let's see. Snowboarder feels kind of like a Bradley Cooper vehicle.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe a young athlete. We might need to go younger.
The problem is you got to have someone who you can start young and then dress up as old.
Because there's going to be a movie about this.
Yeah, I got to see what this guy looks like, and we'll see if we can find a good. I know we can't use Gene Hackman.
No,
that's
he could be the wily old coach who says, "You can't do this; you'll ruin your life."
Ryan Wedding is his name. That's an interesting look he's got there.
Does he look like an international drug cartel?
He looks a little like you know who
like Captain America.
You know who would
that's
play
the
him?
picture I saw yesterday. Yeah,
you know who would play him is Tom Hardy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy. That you know what?
yeah, there you
he's got that kind of angry, violent.
Tom
demeanor.
Hardy feels like a guy that'd be a drug mover.
The only problem with Tom Hardy is I can't understand him. He mumbles.
I watched the Tom Hardy movie 2 days ago. I watched the new Venom movie.
Yeah.
That went on to Netflix.
Yeah, I just watched it too.
Yeah, I saw it.
I can't understand
All
him. No, it's not a good movie. But he's
It's
always
not good.
growling. Just like, dude, enunciate for me.
Yeah.
Or maybe that was just Venom talking. I don't know.
Oh, Venom talks like this.
Like,
This is Venom talking.
can't understand him either.
Yeah.
Oh, let's eat their heads.
What?
No, we don't want to eat their heads. Let's eat their heads.
Now, I hear Peaky Blinders movies coming out soon.
By order of the Peaky Blinders. My wife hates when I do my Peaky Blinders accent.
Blimey! That's all I can
She
say.
doesn't
I love
like
that. I like the Peaky Blinders. It's good.
All right.
But that's Monty Python.
All right. Settle down. Let's get this business done.
Right.
I'm always afraid I'm going to cuss.
I don't know why you're always keeping that gal around. She's nothing but trouble, brother. Brother.
I don't know if that's it.
My wife doesn't like that. I don't know why. I think it's a very good accent, but she's against it. By order of the Peaky Blinders.
I'm always afraid I'm going to cuss when
You
I
got to
do
stop.
those
Yeah,
things.
I do want to get one of those hats though.
Yeah.
A Scully?
The kind with the that they keep the razor blades in.
Yeah, the Scullys.
Is that what they call them? I just think of it like a is it a messenger cap? Is that like the
I don't know. I've always called it a Scully. I think that's because of the brand Boston Scully.
Okay.
But
I thought
I know
I
exactly
think of
what you're talking
Scully's more as like a beanie kind
No,
of.
that's those. That's
Oh, okay.
That's the thing they make.
Would you? Can you keep razor blades in them
Yeah,
in real
right.
life?
Back in the 90s, we used to wear them backwards.
Oh, they were Kangol was the big
Kangol
brand
used
of
to-
those.
I had
Kangol made
wore backwards.
those, and then they made the furry bucket hats.
Which I was never quite
I never
cool
wore
enough to pull that off, but I had a couple of Kangles
Okay.
back in the day.
And you wore it backwards?
Of course, I was white.
Dang, I bet you looked awesome.
I
man.
did. I looked
Wear your
good.
jeans backwards.
And my little lightning bolt earring was hanging off right there. Oh boy!
The Tom Hardy Bane Batman is the best. All the one-liners
And
from him.
again, I couldn't understand him.
What don't you understand? I was born in it. You merely adapted.
Clear your throat.
This is my character.
What's going on behind that mask?
That sounds pretty good. Yeah, that's close.
Excuse me.
Batman.
I had cheese this morning. It's a little
Not afraid of Batman.
I do like him though. I like Tom Hardy.
I think we like him Yeah, he's good at picking movies. I'll give him that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was talking to somebody about Tom Hardy. I was like, I like Tom Hardy, and they're like, well, what's he in?
See, he's good
And I
at
was like,
picking
well,
movies, and the movies are normally bigger than him because he's so good at the role. But I do agree. Well, I'll stand by the fact that half the things he says I can't understand.
Now he was the star in the Mad Max movies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Mad Max
new
movie. Then they got rid of him for the
They
gals.
went with the chicks.
They went with girls.
Went with boobies.
And then he was in that what's that movie called? Dunkirk.
Which didn't have a lot of lines anyway.
Yeah, but the Christopher Nolan World War II movie, he was in that. And then he was in the Al Capone movie, and he played Capone. He did a good job in that. And then Venom, and that's all I know.
No, there's another couple of he did a movie with where it was kind of like country Goodfellas, where he was the older brother, and Shia LaBeouf was in it. There was that one.
Oh, Lawless.
I think that might have been.
I think
Lawless.
I know. Yeah, that was Lawless. I know what you're talking about.
There was Moonshiners.
Yeah, that was a good movie. Oh, well, he was in Inception.
In Inception too.
Yeah,
so there's. I mean,
Christopher Nolan likes him, and like I guess if you've got a big director who's like, yeah, you're gonna be in my movies.
And Nolan's brilliant.
Yeah, you'll do okay. He was in the Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. Yeah. So he's been in more stuff than I guess I give him credit for. But yeah, I always like him. I like his movies.
He's got a good British accent.
Yeah, well, I think he's British.
Yeah, he's got a good one.
So that's
it's like whenever I see what's his name, Spider-Man. Tom
Holland.
The first, him too. The last two Spider-Men.
James Garfield,
who every time he's British and you see him speak and you expect him to sound like Spider-Man, and he comes out with that British accent.
James Garfield was a president. Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Yeah, but Andrew
President
Garfield
James
has
Garfield
that heavy British accent when he's not playing a role.
Andrew Garfield does?
Yes,
I think
he is straight up high-end Brit.
No way.
Yes,
he's American.
No,
I can't believe this.
I saw him on the Oscars this weekend.
That's impossible. We're thinking of different Spider-Men.
Nope.
Andrew Garfield, the kind of skinny, handsome one?
Yes, he's British.
I refuse to believe that.
I was shocked as you. I don't know how you adopt an accent so well, but when he speaks, he's got the upper class British accent. Wow. He's not Cockney like Hardy is.
Andrew Russell Garfield is an English and American actor.
I know it's crazy. He carries a heavy British accent.
Find a video, Vic, of Andrew Garfield like doing an interview. If so, I've been like bamboozled. Like, because I like
remember when you played that Mormon cop not long ago, and that's in a series where they were.
Well, I always think of him. Remember in The Social Network?
Yes,
he was.
He's got that soft-spoken kind of American. No, he's Brit.
He played like a Portuguese dude in that movie. He was like Zuckerberg's best friend, who Zuck kind of screwed over. He basically financed Zuckerberg to get Facebook started, and then Zuck screwed him.
Wasn't part of the twins.
Yeah, it was the other one. It was what was his name? Eduardo Savarino.
Yeah, the Winklevosses.
Yes.
I found a clip.
All right, let's hear him. Oh my God!
Isn't that crazy? Like comfort. You're not from around here, boy. Bottom.
I'll be damned.
Isn't that
nuts? You know what makes me mad about this? He was my favorite Spider-Man.
Oh.
And I think he got a raw deal as Spider-Man. They didn't let him keep being Spider-Man, and I thought he was good.
He's kind of soft.
They replaced him with that kid.
Another Brit.
That looks like the wind would blow him over.
And I think, isn't he British too?
Oh, yeah.
Tom Holland, that's his name. I think he is.
Yeah.
He looks British. He looks like he'd be in a Harry Potter movie. But Tom Holland, like, I guess that's the whole point of Spider-Man is when he's not Spider-Man, he looks like a guy you could kick his ass.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Tom Holland looks like that guy can't possibly do anything to save the world.
Doesn't Holland, isn't he rocking a pretty hot girlfriend? Doesn't he have somebody pretty smoking? I think so.
I believe so.
I would imagine he's with Zendaya.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, he does all right.
Yeah,
good for him.
That's high end.
He'll be good.
Yeah,
good for him. Oh, Tarek says The Revenant. That is a badass movie.
And Holland was in. That's right.
Yeah, it was.
But Holland
Leo and Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Or Tom Hardy.
Hardy wasn't eaten by the bear.
No, that was Leo.
Yeah.
That was Leo. And that also, when they filmed that movie, Tom Hardy was not allowed to talk to any of the women on set because they were all Leos. Leo had laid claim to all of them.
Well, you didn't have to tell Tom Hardy that.
No.
Where are all the women? They're over
They're in Leo's
they're
trailer.
in Leo's trailer, as they always are.
They're all in Leo's trailer right now. I don't know what the hell they're doing there. Oh, well, we know.
Yeah.
We know. All right. I'm going to tell you about Carbach. Oh, sweet, sweet Carbach. I had myself some Ziegenbach last night. I bought a 12-pack of that Ziegenbach. That's the new thing, is that the new heat Ziegenbach coming in 12-pack cans now. You used to only be able to get a 6er. Now they're like, people love Ziegenbach so much, why not give them double the fun? And I said, you know what? You're right. I'll go with double the fun. I also have some Hoplectic in the fridge, which I love that Hoplectic. It's only going to be around for a limited time, so get it while you can. It's not as in your face as the Hopadillo. The Hopadillo is a very hop-forward, punch-you-in-the-mouth kind of IPA. Hoplectic is a little more balanced, a little more mature, a little more British, if you will. It's a little classier. But it's a very good beer as well. And you can find these beers all over San Antonio. Of course, you're going to be able to find them in the H-E-Bs. Of course, you're going to find them in your local liquor stores. But bars and restaurants carry Carbach here as well. They've made it a priority to get their bar or their beers on tap and in bottles and cans all over San Antonio. So when you're out and about this weekend, you're doing your thing, go ahead and grab yourself a Carbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your morning commute, we're definitely starting to fill in. Most all our major freeway systems are slowing down. Now, we do have this closure on Old Highway 90, eastbound, westbound, between Monterey to 34th Street, still closed. Now an accident investigation. We did have an accident involving a vehicle and a bicyclist. Downtown 35, lower level, southbound Main to Cesar Chavez. That is road work that's got the roadway reduced to one lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Eat Lux your way with the new $5 Classic, $7 Supreme, and $9 Discovery Lux Craving Boxes from Taco Bell. At participating stores for a limited time only. While supplies last, price of participation varies. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio. 444-4444.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com. Or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Eczema flaring up again. We have good news. Exoderm. If you or someone you love suffers from eczema or dermatitis, get Exoderm, the common sense answer for eczema. This stuff really does work. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives. Take back control of your eczema with affordable, fast-acting Exoderm Flare Control Cream.
Exoderm. It's in the first aid aisle of your local drugstore, supermarket, or big box store.
Working from home, you realize you don't have enough outlets or USB ports. Hill Electric can fix that for you. For over 3 decades, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio homes and businesses. From adding an outlet, fixing that fuse that always blows, or that flickering light, Hill Electric has the right service at the right price, and there is never a service charge and always free estimates. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or go to hill-electric.com.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
The moment you find out you're pregnant can be very exciting. Knowing what to do and how to get started can also be overwhelming. Healthy Start is here to help you know what to expect. You should see your doctor in the first trimester to reduce the risk of a premature birth and for a healthy pregnancy. Healthy Start is a free program that offers support and resources while you're pregnant and for your baby's first 2 years of life. For more information, call us at 210-207-4725. Get the help you need to give your baby a healthy start.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text PEC to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text PEC to 321-321. That's PEC to 321-321.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Welcome to The Hangar, Petrenko, your go-to spot for mouthwatering wings, ice-cold cocktails, and an unforgettable atmosphere. Come taste some of the best wings in town, served by their friendly staff with even friendlier cocktails. Only at Hangar Petrenko, where great food, drinks, and friends come together.
Ready for the ultimate sports fan getaway? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is headed to Vegas, and we're bringing you along. Why? Because watching the games from your couch in sweatpants just isn't the same. Join Jason and Joe from the Blitz for a mega March weekend you'll never forget or possibly remember. We're talking Vegas here. March 27th through the 30th, we're hitting up Circa Las Vegas for opening day. And the second weekend of the tournament, a.k.a. Sports Heaven, baby. Thursday, March 27th, the party starts with baseball's opening day at the world's largest sports book. That's right, big screens, big games, and big opinions from Jason and Joe. It's basically like watching sports at home, but with no chores and way more pools. Speaking of pools, dive into 6 of them at Stadium Swim and catch all the action on a 143-foot screen. Lock in now. Go to CircaLasVegas.com. Use promo code BLITZ and party with Jason and Joe at Circa Resort and Casino. Sports, pools, Vegas. What could possibly go wrong? It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Liberate your mind. You know, I don't know if I can even do this one. Liberate your mind.
I don't know this.
Oh, this is Disturbed.
Yeah.
But they're saying a word that you can't say on the radio, but the way that they scramble it there is pretty effective.
Boy, James Pledger. Pledge is on his way to Chicago today to go see Disturbed.
Oh,
Oh, is this Down with the Sickness?
That's not this song. That's that same band.
Well, that's they're in
That's
Chicago this weekend.
Well, they're a Chicago band. This is like it must be a home
like Linkin Park
reunion. Kind of yeah.
Cool. Well, a little bit harder for my taste, but I appreciate this.
I love it.
Makes me want to fight. Getting mad. Where's my donut?
Oh, wow.
Sorry, that got me.
You said Lincoln Park. When I was in Nashville, I mean, this is like 2000s. There was I think it was called 328 Music Hall. And it was like a little 328 performance hall in Nashville. It was a crappy little, maybe hold 400 or 500 people. And Lincoln Park was an opening band for a show. I don't even remember who I was going to see, but I like Lincoln Park opened for them, and they gave out demo tapes after the show. And the demo had One Step Closer and something else on it. And so I had this Lincoln Park, and I was listening to it on the way home.
I bet they ripped it up.
Oh, they were awesome, man. They were great. And like maybe 6 months later, they hit, and it was like, whoa, that is like. But being able to see them with like 200 people in a little crappy room was like, that's a pretty cool deal, man. Pretty cool deal. Now, I also saw in that same room open up, and they gave out a demo tape too, was the band Crazy Town. And they had a demo that on the front of their demo tape, it said, "Who the F is Crazy Town?" And
I'm still saying that.
You're still saying that. They're the guys that sang that Butterfly song and never made another hit their entire careers. And then I think that guy's dead. Shifty Shell Shock was his name. And now I believe he's dead. Yeah.
So Shifty didn't make it out.
Shifty didn't make it, man.
Well, man,
times were hard.
Sucks. I was going to go out and buy the record.
Times were hard. Yep. R.I.P. Shifty Shell Shock.
I don't know how you come by the nickname Shifty, but it ain't good.
No, it's not.
Shifty.
No. Well, I mean, I guess it sounds kind of cool.
No, that doesn't. Anybody described as Shifty.
Let's see.
He's a good dude. He's a little shifty, though.
Oh, I guess it's bigger than I thought it was. Its capacity was 1,200. Opened in the 1980s, closed and demolished in 2002.
Right after the Lincoln Park show.
Yeah, right after I left.
They trashed the place.
Yeah, maybe so. I do know. You know who else I saw there? I'm embarrassed to say this, but I saw
Miley Cyrus.
What are they called? The Insane Clown Posse.
ICP.
I saw there.
You're a juggalo?
No, but I was. My buddy was like, "Hey, do you want to go to this show?"
Hey, Hoffman, you a juggalo?
And I was like, "You know what? I'll try it." And it's the last time I've ever tried it. It's one of those things that you try it once, and then it's like,
Boy, can you imagine just staggering into an ICP show?
Yeah, I was at a place.
Like a bad acid trip, like a fever dream.
Yeah, it's a wild scene, man.
What's
There's people
that orange
like
drink?
A Faygo.
Faygo.
Well, Faygo comes in every flavor. It's like
Faygo.
You can get orange, you can get root beer, you can get cola.
Not down here. I've never seen it. Did you buy Faygo in San Antonio?
No way.
We got Fanta. No, we have.
Oh, you know where I bet you can buy Faygo? I bet if like what's it called? Via 313, the Detroit pizzeria.
Oh yeah.
Oftentimes those like Detroit pizza places will have Faygo.
So that's a Detroit drink.
It's a Detroit, yeah, very very local Michigan. It's probably it's like Big Red, yeah. That's their version of Big. But again, it comes in every flavor, so it's like. You know, whatever.
Like Shasta was down here?
Yes, yeah. So you want grape soda? You get grape Faygo.
Grape? That's an unfortunate name, man.
Faygo.
You might mispronounce that at the wrong
time. You haven't had grape soda in a while?
No,
dude.
I love grape soda.
When I was a kid, I loved grape soda and orange soda.
Grape knee high.
I would drink the Plaza soda, the Plaza grape from H-E-B.
You had Plaza in your refrigerator. You were poor.
Yeah.
Why are you drinking Plaza?
Because it
Why you got Plaza?
Because it's $8 for $1.
You can't afford Hill Country Fare?
Nope.
You got Plaza.
Good
you
stuff.
had Plaza drinks in your refrigerator, which we did.
I wasn't poor.
You also had those weird orange drink and the hand grenades that were made out of, who knows, the plastic or with aluminum foil top.
Yeah.
They were either
They looked like
frozen,
little kegs.
Yeah, little hand grenade orange drinks that were like a penny a piece, made of toxic chemicals and river runoff. It was good. That's good. That's why I never got COVID.
Oh, I'm seeing like someone posted a picture and said 328 Performance Hall used to be here, and now it's like some fancy hotel space. It's like, oh man,
gentrified.
Yeah, white people ruin everything.
Well, we can put a coat of paint on it and charge more.
It talks about Disturbed play there, and in fact, Disturbed was the band that played when Linkin Park gave out their demo. So that
did
comes
tear
together.
that place down.
Foo Fighters played there. Beck played there. Sarah McLachlan played there. Oh,
that was a chill show.
That was a chill.
I hope they saved some kittens.
The whole place smelled kind of like piss. Like it was.
That's a good bar.
It was. It was a good place. But
if there's a faint waft of urine, it's probably a good bar.
I'll tell you an off-air story that's that happened at 328 Performance Hall that isn't for on-air consumption.
If there's a tattoo parlor next to it, it's probably a good bar.
That was a good spot.
Was there a tattoo parlor close?
Oh yeah,
you're good.
I also I don't know how I didn't. When I was young and dumb back in the day, and I did a lot of dumb
was
things.
That last week?
Like sometimes I would drive drunk, even when I was
not legal.
I was not even 21 years old.
That is nice.
But outside of 328 Performance, I was on 4th Street. I remember. It was a one-way street, and I came out of 328 the wrong way and got pulled over and somehow finagled my way out of even like a ticket. It was like a warning.
You like the cut of your jib.
I was like 19 years old. I had probably about 19 beers in me.
Who doesn't pull over a 19-year-old Army guy coming out of a bar at 2 a.m. and lets him off? That guy had paperwork to do. That guy was like, dude, I think you're going to make it home. But when you do, don't mention me.
Enough. Yeah, just turn around, go the other way.
It's a straight road, right? You're going straight. There's no turns.
Now I got to go down and do a turn. That's going to be tough.
See, officer, I was trying to get home as fast as possible because I'm in no condition to drive.
In the military, they tell us go in a straight line if you want to get there fast. And I was told that my base is about 200 clicks that way.
Clicks. How difficult was it to get back on base after a night out?
It wasn't because you had you got a sticker. So, and if you
they didn't have stops.
Now
we would have sobriety stops over at Kelly.
Pre 9/11, it was easy.
Oh yeah. Well,
post 9/11,
I wasn't in this service like that.
Post 9/11, you got to
they stop you.
Mirrors under your car.
Yeah.
Even if you had the sticker, the dogs would come around. Mirrors under your car. It was a whole ordeal. So you definitely couldn't show up plowed then.
My father was an officer, and they'd have to salute the car, not the driver, and I'd drive by, and they'd pop the salute, and I'm giving them the,
they're like, this stupid kid. This stupid kid. All right, we got 1 hour to go, baby. Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Listen, you can skip this ad, or you can double your first year cash back with Discover. Still here? Good choice. Discover automatically matches all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year. See terms at discover.com/credit card.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Valero Texas Open is a can't-miss event. Here's your chance to enjoy food, drinks, and the world's best PGA Tour pros as they tee it up at TPC San Antonio. You won't want to miss the next defining, unexpected, and winning moment at the Valero Texas Open. Proceeds help us continue a long-standing tradition of giving back to our community. Buy tickets on ValeroTexasOpen.com and join us April 3rd through the 6th.
Guys, if you ever spend time on social media, you'll often find yourself just being hit with bad news and worse comments, and you'll see how everybody's life is so picture perfect, and they've got this great job promotion, and you're wondering, man, where am I? It's hard not to get wrapped up in how everyone else is doing. Imagine how you'd feel if you just spent 45 minutes focused on how you're doing. That's what they're about at Cerebral. They make it easier than ever to access dedicated therapists and doctor-prescribed medication personalized to you. And the best part, Cerebral offers in-network care so you can focus on feeling better without worrying about the cost. If you're dealing with stress, anxiety, you want to be more present and focused, you want to sleep better, you want to have better relationships, you've got to work on yourself. Cerebral is proud to be an official sponsor of the San Antonio Spurs. Just like athletes prioritize their physical health, mental health is just as important, and Cerebral's here to help you build a strong foundation for your overall being. So take the first step today. Visit Cerebral.com to see how affordable and accessible mental health care can be with insurance. Cerebral, make time for mind time.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-499-9102. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-499-9102. That's 800-499-9102. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text PEC to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text PEC to 321-321. That's PEC to 321-321.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
May I help you? I just wanted to request a late checkout, please. Of course. That's $30 per hour for up to 4 hours. Huh. Okay, but if you can offer a late checkout, then that probably means no one is staying in that room. So if it's empty, maybe I can just stay a few extra hours. Oh, aren't you adorable?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your morning commute, we're definitely starting to fill in. Most all our major freeway systems are slowing down. Now, we do have this closure on Old Highway 90, eastbound, westbound, between Monterey to 34th Street, still closed. Now an accident investigation. We did have an accident involving a vehicle and a bicyclist. Downtown 35, lower level southbound Main to Cesar Chavez. That is road work that's got the roadway reduced to one lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The San Antonio Spurs head to Sacramento tonight to take on the Kings. It'll be De'Aaron Fox. First trip home from the trade. Tip-off tonight will be set for 9 o'clock. In the NFL, draft analyst Todd McShay says the Dallas Cowboys will have difficulty getting a running back at 12 no matter who they like. Both Ashton Genty and North Carolina's Omarion Hampton are expected to be off the boards by pick number 12. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Talk.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hour number 4. Woo, yeah.
Our ultimate hour of the week.
This is it, baby.
This is it. The Phoenix.
This is it. It's the final countdown.
We have reached our acme. Our peak, our zenith.
What a day. What a day. I love Friday. Friday. Partying. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess that's all we're going to get of it today, huh?
Fun. Yeah, we're only playing it once.
We're only going to do it once?
All right, fine.
Come on.
Fine.
Come on.
Yeah, one time.
That's all we can do.
Oh, well.
That's all we can do. How about this? Miles Garrett requested to meet with the owner of the Cleveland Browns, Jimmy Haslam.
Okay.
And Haslam said, "No, I'm not going to do it."
I wonder why. I wonder what was he hoping to negotiate a deal?
Well, Garrett has said, "I want out of Cleveland."
Mm-hmm.
The Browns have said, "We don't want to trade you. In fact, we want to extend you." And Miles Garrett said, "I'm not extending under any circumstances."
So he wanted to go in and talk his way out of Cleveland, not talk into more money.
Yes.
Okay.
He doesn't want to be there. He says, "Listen, man, I'm running out of time. I love it in Cleveland. I've loved calling this city home, but I am too competitive to let my career die out here." And I don't know that I blame him.
No one does.
He said the goal was never to go from Cleveland to Canton. It has always been to compete for and win a Super Bowl.
Wow. So that statement I don't like. Just on its premise. So, the idea that, and I'm old, but you never planned on staying in Cleveland? You never thought you'd stay your whole career here?
I don't know that I have a problem with that.
I know,
because
he shouldn't. The player should look out for his own stuff. But that's kind of an interesting thing to say. I never thought I'd be here my whole career.
It's funny how this has shifted, and I remember I got so mad when everybody was all over LeBron when he went to Miami, because when I was a kid, it was like, all these guys care about is money. Nobody cares about winning. And then when a guy's like, I will take less money to go somewhere where I can win, people are like, oh, he's a ring chaser. It's like, dude, what do you want? Like, what do we want? What do fans want?
What I want is for him to play for me, and I pay him as absolutely little as possible. That's
exactly.
what I want.
And that and never have a chance to win.
And never.
Players don't want that. Of course, you either, and I'm not going to fault anybody. Like, if your goal is to chase as much money as you can, go for it, Bubba. Your goal is to get a ring, go for it, Bubba. Everybody has their own priorities.
Yeah.
But and maybe at one point it was his goal to stay in Cleveland. There were a lot of times where people thought Cleveland was really had a chance to do something.
I would have liked
It's
for him
obvious
to say
now it's
that.
over, though.
Yeah, but you want a player to come in and at least at the beginning go, I'm going to be a Brown for life. And he's saying, the moment I got here, I wasn't sure I'd be here. All I want to do is win. Now, I don't think anybody other than Haslam will begrudge him wanting to leave. And I don't think Haslam he's no fool. You're my best dude, man.
He said, Miles doesn't need to meet with me. He can talk to the GM, Andrew Berry.
And there's something about, rank. Don't talk to me. Talk to the guy beneath me. And after that, if you have to come to me, maybe. But
Andrew Berry said, we understand the trade costs and everything, but our stance really has not changed. We can't imagine a situation where not having Miles in this organization is best for the Browns.
Well, that's a true statement. But that's not the case here. You're going to get worse no matter what you do. It's just a degree of how bad.
In the next 2 seasons, he's got 2 years left on his deal. It was a $125 million extension he signed in 2020. He's going to draw base salaries of $1.26 and $1.3 million in the next 2 years. He's got some bonus money coming, but he'll still probably be looking for a new contract if he goes somewhere.
He's got another one.
But the fact that the Browns are like, what are the Browns going to do? Like, let his contract run out, then franchise him?
No. Well, they're going to have to, or they lose everything. And I think that's his final leverage. Like, dude, yeah, you can hold on to me, but when I leave, I'm leaving. There will be no tender offer. You're not going to keep me. And if you try to, it's going to be wasted effort. You're going to miss that gap. In the NFL, not quite as much as other sports, players get what they want.
Generally.
Eventually they get what they want, especially guys in this situation. I think that despite what we're hearing from GM and Haslam, that they're looking to move him. I mean, they need talent too, and they're not going to win anything. So I think that they're probably going to be as amenable as possible, but I do know that Haslam is going to be keep in mind, I paid Deshaun Watson all that money for nothing. I have no problem paying you a bunch of money and losing. You know, I've done that before. So I don't think he's as safe as he would be with a bunch of other owners who don't want to get stuck with a high salary and no output. But I think he's going to get traded. You just don't want to have a guy of that value, that
who doesn't want to be there.
He ruins everything. He ruins the attitude of the team. Fans are mad because he ain't playing. The owner's the bad guy because he's not paying or whatever it might be. It just never works out very well.
But also, the Browns. I don't know if the Browns. I don't know that they can even worry about PR. I think any consideration of PR went out the window when you gave up the moon for an accused rapist.
You're not going to lose any more fans. You've lost all the.
So it's like, dude, let's have a hard reset. I wouldn't blame them.
Okay, so I'm most of the time I fall on the side of players. They have a short term, and millionaires dealing with billionaires. But there is something to an owner going, you signed the contract.
Yeah.
This was the deal you made. I'm doing nothing other than exactly what you expected me to do, and it's to live up to my side of the bargain. No, I'm not talking to you. You're a Cleveland Brown until I decide you're not or your contract expires. I'm not mad at you. I love you, but I ain't trading you.
Yeah.
And I would get that from a guy who doesn't have much else. As I sit right now, I don't got a quarterback. I'm paying a dude that obviously was a mistake. I got nothing else, man. You're my guy. Good, bad, or indifferent. I'm paying you every penny. You're going to earn it.
Yep. Well, we'll see. We'll see what comes of this. CBS did a.
He's going to be a Bill.
I hope so.
Oh, he's going to be a Bill.
Man, I hope so. Just give him up, Cleveland. Let that man live. Although going to the Bills doesn't. I mean, you've got zero chance of winning the Super Bowl. You go to Buffalo.
Oh, yeah, that's what we kept telling everybody. I kept trying to tell that quarterback he needs to go, but he won't listen.
You stay in Cleveland. Yeah. You got as good a chance in Cleveland as you do in Buffalo, unfortunately. The CBS did a free agency mock draft. Basically, they went through and said, this is like if you were to split up the teams, if all 32 teams were allowed to sign him, based in the order is based in projected salary cap space, who would every team sign? And at the top, it's the Patriots. Ronnie Stanley.
$100 million, they can sign all of them.
They can, but Ronnie Stanley, they say that, an All-Pro left tackle. You need someone to protect your future. Drake May. It's got Raiders Chris Godwin.
Wow.
Cardinals Milton Williams,
who's that?
Defensive tackle from the Eagles. Bears Josh Sweat.
Yeah.
Chargers Devontae Adams. That makes a lot of sense.
So far, so good.
Commanders Khalil Mack. Vikings Will Freese, the offensive lineman. Steelers Justin Fields. Gross. Jets Javon Holland. Rams Byron Murphy. Lions Charvarius Ward. A lot of corners. Titans Mekhi Becton. Giants Sam Darnold. Okay.
Oh, well,
that's your biggest hope. Packers Carlton Davis. Bengals DJ Reed. Broncos Amari Cooper. Please. Jags Trayvon Moehrig. Colts Drew Dalman.
Who's that?
Center. Okay. He is Ryan Kelly's going to be on his way out. He's middle of the pack, solid center. Kevin Zeitler to the Niners, offensive lineman. Panthers Chase Young. Eagles Zach Bond, who they have signed. Cowboys 22. Aaron Jones.
Hey. But the problem is he's so expensive.
It says It says, first of all, reinforcing the line after Zach Martin's retirement will be key. So will surrounding Dak with multi-purpose talent.
But
Jones could be the discount version of this Eagles Saquon Barkley investment, fresh off a smooth 1-year stint with the Vikings.
I love Aaron Jones. And coming home, he's a UTEP kid.
I think I'd be interested too.
But again, the sentence prior to that should take more precedence. Shouldn't we be protecting that guy we're paying $50 million?
You're right. I've been so adamant about the Cowboys need to not go get spinny rims, and Aaron Jones is for sure spinny rims. It's like you don't. That's not where you're at.
But he is a stud. I'm not upset with it. But if you're going to spend the money, You almost go with the dude you know with Dowdle. You know, I mean, Jones is 30% better, but Dowdle, you know.
Well, and they make it sound like Dowdle's going to get more money than Aaron Jones.
Probably.
It's crazy. What do I know? All right, let's hit a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at what's happening in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a couple of stalls. They're off to the shoulder, so no major delays. 281 southbound Hildebrand and Highway 90 westbound General McMullen. Now, this road work downtown is causing about a 5-7 minute delay. 35 lower level southbound Main to just past Cesar Chavez. Road work has the roadway reduced to just one lane. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
This report is sponsored by Thomas J. Henry, injury attorneys available 24/7.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and respect. A firm backed by a track record of success and commitment to our clients. If you've been injured, trust Thomas J. Henry, San Antonio, Texas.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health San Antonio will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 210-615-7777. That's 210-615-7777. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-505-9603, 800-505-9603, 800-505-9603.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Jason Minix here from The Blitz. That's exactly what I did. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home and make price-boosting upgrades. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home evaluation. That's Orchard.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text ORDER to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text ORDER to 42424. That's ORDER to 42424.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
I had another quick question. Do all guys, or is it just me? When you have to do that at your house, I mean, it's a process, right? It's a 20-minute adventure.
Why would you sit in there any longer than you have to?
Well, because it's the only time that a guy gets some alone time. You can look at whatever you want. You don't have to worry about it.
What are you watching that you can only watch in the bathroom?
Ride home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Oh!
By popular request.
Partying, partying, yeah! Partying, yeah! Fun, 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 fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Fun, fun. You know what it is. I got this, you got this. My friend is by my right hand.
It does smell like lip gloss.
I got this, you got this. Now you know
this
it.
is what strawberry lip gloss sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
And hairspray.
Which seat can I take? It's Friday. Oh, what a song. Listen.
It's hard to be upset when you hear it.
It is. It's not the best song in the world, but when you think about what it means, man.
Well, after a
just
while I get a
changes
little aggravated. But,
yeah. Partying, yeah.
It's a lot like porn. I'm really interested for a while, and then I lose interest.
You and your wife are going to drink wine tonight at some fancy wine bar. When you're driving there, you should put this song on.
Oh,
yeah. Just put it on. Don't say anything to your wife, and just see what she says.
She would,
and
I don't know what she would
like,
do.
What the? We so excited.
I don't like your new
gonna
friend.
have a good time, yeah.
I don't like your new friend.
Does she like Mikey? Will you go check?
I
Does
don't
she like
want
him
this
like that?
weekend to end.
Does she want to go around?
Oh, this is where they hit it. Yeah. Vic, you take over from here. You rap. Oh. All right. It's the weekend. We're going to have fun. Come on, y'all. All right. I always like to see what's going on in the world outside of sports around this time of the show. And listen, man, there's a lot going on in the world. And that's not all fun news.
Well,
but occasionally there's fun news.
Okay.
I don't know if this is good or bad. There's some people who are shocked by this. I think it's exciting. In Times Square, New York City, there is a 60-foot-long balloon body double of Kim Kardashian that's appeared in the street. And New Yorkers are like, what the hell's going on? It's 15 feet high.
That's one big ass.
And it appears to be a marketing stunt for Kardashian's clothing line, Skims.
Oh, man, yeah. $50 draws.
And I got to be honest, I've never thought about relations with a balloon, but it's a hot balloon. It's a hot balloon.
Oh, she's laying on her in repose in a bikini.
Yes. Wow. Imagine that in the middle of Times Square. First of all, what do you think that costs?
Oh, wow.
To put in the middle of Times Square?
I'd be standing in the back.
Well, yeah. Listen, the front's got its qualities, too.
I don't know.
Did you see the back?
Well, I haven't seen the back. I've seen this one.
Oh, here's the back.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Now, mind you, that's a balloon. Don't put.
Oh. You better hope King Kong isn't anywhere close.
I know.
You're gonna take him. King Kong shows up. Oh boy. Kim Kardashian's gonna have a couple of holes ripped in there. Let me tell you, that's not gonna happen well. You better put that away when King Kong comes home.
And then Kanye's going to get on Twitter and talk noise to King Kong.
Oh, yeah.
You think you're King Kong? I'm King Kong. I'm King Kong.
Tell you what.
Well, just saying.
Skims.
Just saying.
Those things fit.
Sad news. Do you remember Pamela Bach?
Is that Catherine Bach's sister?
Pamela Bach was the longtime wife of David Hasselhoff.
Oh, yeah.
The Hoff?
The Hoff. First responders were called to her house.
Oh, no.
After receiving reports of an unconscious female shortly after 10 o'clock on Wednesday night. And unfortunately, Pamela Bach Hasselhoff has been ruled dead due to suicide.
Oh.
She was in her $2 million Hollywood Hills home from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. That's the way to go, I would guess. But she and David Hasselhoff were married from 1989 to 2006, had a contentious divorce with discussions about spousal support continuing into 2017. And I'm guessing the fact that she lived in a $2 million Hollywood Hills home means that she won that battle.
Well, that's not really that much in L.A. A $2 million house isn't.
Well, for
she
a woman
didn't get
who...
a lot of
What do you think?
Support.
I don't know. What do you think she does for a living?
Well, probably not much.
She married David Hasselhoff.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, a $2 million house in L.A.
She was on The Young and the Restless for a few episodes. Like, you don't get $2 million for that. David Hasselhoff bought that house.
She probably earned it.
With his Baywatch money. Baywatch money.
That's
bought
big
that
money
house.
too. That Baywatch money.
You ain't lying. They met while David was appearing in a 1985 episode of Knight Rider.
Oh,
I loved that show, Knight Rider. Oh man, I thought that car was like so badass. Kit. Oh, what a car. And she's survived by their two daughters, 34-year-old Taylor and 32-year-old Haley.
Kit was a Trans Am, right? Yeah.
Was it a Trans Am?
It wasn't a Camaro, it was Trans Am.
Yeah. But yeah, R.I.P. And
sad news for the Hoff.
Well, I wonder if it's the Star Whackers.
Well, she's of the caliber.
I want to know if maybe David Hasselhoff paid this off. In other news, this was shocking. A lady astronaut forced a Southwest Airlines flight to return to the gate. The plane was headed from Houston to Phoenix on Monday when the woman stripped naked and started dancing around. I'm not mad at this, but she did this for 25 minutes. What? Going from Hobby to Phoenix. And apparently
she's a former astronaut?
Yes. She continued parading on board for nearly half an hour. The Houston Police Department came in and detained her, took her away, and gave her medical evaluations. They said they did not say if they would bring charges, though. Southwest confirmed the incident, apologized to passengers for the bizarre disruption. And, you know, I'm not really sure when the full story will come out. It says unclear what exactly prompted the woman's outburst, although reports indicate she demanded to be let off the aircraft and explained that she was bipolar. Passengers also said she tried to enter the cockpit before being detained. She turned around facing us, stripped all of her clothing off, then started shouting and walking up and down the aisle in full view. One woman was screaming, "Wait, wait, wait," as she ran up and down the aisle, and then she proceeded to make her way back toward the front of the plane and started banging on the cockpit doors, asking to be let in, and she was screaming. Passengers say when it first happened, it was very scary. Experts told the news station there in Houston, if you ever find yourself in a similar situation, remain calm, move away from the unruly person, and only intervene if absolutely necessary or instructed by staff. A gate attendant reportedly wrapped the woman in a blanket when she was brought off the plane. So not everybody got the view. But
there aren't very many women astronauts. I know they're not leaving their name.
They don't give her name. I don't think she's a real astronaut is the thing.
She said she was a.
She said she was
a space cadet. She wasn't an astronaut, more of a space cadet.
Yeah, I don't believe that she is a real life astronaut. But either way, wacky gal.
Well, I wouldn't want to be on a spaceship with her if she wants to leave.
Would you be mad if you were on the plane with her though?
Yes.
I'd only be mad at the inconvenience. To me, like the idea of a woman stripping naked and acting a fool is really funny. Quite frankly, and I mean this in a totally non-sexual way. Like the idea that everyone on the plane would be extremely uncomfortable and you know that this person's going to jail afterward, it would be funny to me. If they started attacking someone, that's a different story. But like, because it'd be funny to me if a dude did it. Like if a dude stripped down and started dancing around on the plane.
That's hilarious.
I would find it amusing.
That's only amusing if somebody else tells me the story. I don't want to be involved in any of this.
No.
I don't want to see it. No, most of the time, naked people are bad. You don't want to see most people naked. No. Most people, there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes you don't want to know about.
I want to see everybody naked. I've told you before, I am fascinated by the idea of what people's nipples
I don't want to see your nipples. I don't want to see that weird hair patch somewhere on your body. We all have those. I don't want to see any of it. So 99 times out of 100, I don't want anything to do with a naked person.
My number one, I want to know what their nipples look like. Who do you think it is, Vic?
You.
No, it's not Vic.
No.
I assure you.
Hold on. Rob?
It's not Rob. I've seen Rob's nipples.
There's nothing special here.
Jason.
Was it like a star? A famous person's nipples?
Yes.
Oh. Well, it's not Jason.
No, Pat McAfee.
I don't know. Tell me.
President Donald J. Trump. Like, are you not even a little curious what he looks like with his shirt off?
He might have a nubbin. He might have a
seriously. Like, would you, if there was a
pale white?
Think about it. If there was an article that said shirts,
shocking photos,
shocking photo, President Trump without his shirt, would you click on it?
Oh yeah.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
And it's not, again, it's not a sexual thing. I just want to know what's going on.
See, I know what's going on. That's not good for anybody.
I've seen a photo of Elon Musk with his shirt off.
Yeah, we've seen that. And we've seen Trump's best friend, Putin. We've seen him shirtless.
Yeah.
Seen Putin's nipples.
Kim Jong-un is also high on my list. I want to see him too. I want to see what's going on here. But yeah, it is a weird sickness that listen, it's not just dude nipples. Like I want to know what lady nipples look like too. But
most of the time, I don't want to see any of that. No. Because when you do see naked or nude in the wrong place, it is beyond disturbing.
He's trying to suck in that stomach.
No, I mean you're like driving down the street and you see some homeless
Elon.
naked dude. Look at Elon. See, look at it. Trying to get that chest.
And listen, man, I'm no specimen
See,
with my shirt off
see
either.
That. No one.
I do, because I know. Here's why. Because I know Elon doesn't want us to see him with his shirt off.
If he was any paler, I could see through him.
Yeah.
No, no one needs to see that. No.
I'd kind of like to see Joe Biden with his shirt off. Like, I bet it looks crazy.
We did. It was Nosferatu.
Oh,
yeah.
Biden's hung like a horse.
Oh, my God. Oh, man. It's hard to find one. Like
a real one.
You can't find a real one of Trump. Trust me, I've searched. I have looked, man.
I have been to the deepest, darkest parts of the internet.
Yeah, you're a lot.
I've seen some things.
It's easier to find Marjorie Taylor Greene than it is to find Trump.
Now that's a worthy thing. Let's see those nipples.
Oh, I'll tell you who's climbing my list. J.D. Vance. I'm telling you, as those boobies get bigger, I'm more and more intrigued.
His is pierced.
I'm more and more intrigued. Yeah, I don't know why I have that fascination, but I do. It's very disturbing that I do. But
is that Ivanka up there? Go back.
Oh. I
think I'm aspiring to the wrong thing here.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, Ivanka's hot. Yeah, I'd like to know hers too, but I don't think we're gonna find out anytime soon. And if you say that, you're kind of creepy.
Right there.
You know? When you say I'm interested in seeing the president's nipples, it's like, oh, okay. But if you say his daughter, then it's like all of a sudden it's weird.
Well, you can find the president's wife's nipples. We can find.
Oh
those.
yeah, I've seen those. Been there, done that. But
look, they have pasties. Jeez. The internet wins again.
Yes. Yes. A town, speaking of Trump, a town on the Jersey Shore that hosted 2 Trump rallies is now very concerned that Canadian tourism for the summer season is expected to be at an all-time low.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
This is a town that apparently 10% of tourism for Wildwood, New Jersey, comes from Canadians, and apparently it's all the business is dried up. They can't understand why. I don't like this whole war that we're at with Canada. I don't particularly like Canadians, but I don't want to have like drama with them. Like the
pick and fight with your neighbor over a limb.
I know, just out of nowhere.
Let's all make up. What do we got to do to make up?
They have to say they're sorry.
Maybe so. And finally,
offer some crown.
Congratulations, I guess, is in order to of course, a North Texas pastor. The Mercy Culture Church leader, Pastor Landon Scott, posted a video to Instagram. Wanted to congratulate all the family members of MC Prep, Mercy Culture Prep, the school. It's a K through 12 prep school. They've got, they said, we are the number one at something. You won't believe it. Of course, we all here embrace freedom of health. They're not allowing government or science projects to affect how you live and lead your life. We are the least vaccinated. We've got the lowest measles vaccination rate in the state.
Nothing to be proud of.
Yay!
Why? I get the whole. I get it. If you don't want the COVID shot, I ain't mad at you. I don't really care. That doesn't bother me one way or another.
I've had it 3 times and I'm fine.
You know what? I got a COVID shot. I still got COVID. Like, what's the whole point?
Measles?
Again, I don't know what the long-term effects of the COVID shot are. Right. So if you said, I don't trust it, I don't blame you. I don't trust Big Pharma either, particularly.
But measles been around for a minute.
We know that the measles vaccine works.
Yeah.
We know that this is a good thing for society.
Yeah.
Let's not bring measles back. Why is everyone proud? Oh, I don't take measles vaccines.
When you were
what are we doing, man?
Well, can you imagine?
We're gonna be. It's gonna be like the Oregon Trail soon, where we're all gonna be dying of these terrible diseases that we've all defeated. Oh, Vic has died of cholera.
In the state, we lost a kid.
No, dysentery.
As a parent, you lose a kid to measles because you decided.
It's crazy.
They didn't need it.
It's crazy.
A parent in Texas, parents lost a kid to a disease that no one had lost a kid to in over a decade in the United States, a disease that we thought was eradicated, and you chose to keep that from your kid, and you killed him.
Yeah. Listen, there was a kid last month at least, who died in West Texas, a kid who was unvaccinated.
I can't fathom.
Why are we
my
doing
kid
this?
Because of my decision. I can't even fathom.
Dude, listen, man. Again, I understand, and the COVID thing was very politically driven, and everybody was on one side of vaccines, shutdowns. I get it. Everybody's like, you're on your side, I'm on my side, bang, bang, bang.
Right.
I don't get measles being a political hot button. Like, everybody's anti-measles. Everybody, except for this joker. insane.
And I just found my shot records that's written on a card and handwritten with a nurse.
Your permanent record.
1973.
Your measles vax?
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. You're coming up on your 45-year reunion pretty soon. Oh man, that's exciting. That's exciting.
Good old days.
1973.
You just got the vaccine and that was it.
Yep.
No bitching about nothing.
Well, like I said, when I was in the Army, I don't even know what they pumped into me. So for me to stand on some sort of pedestal and be like, nobody should get this vaccine. I didn't even they stuck me with 8 needles and I was like, what is this? It's just in case you go to West Africa. Okay, what's this one? It's in case you go to Southern Africa.
Yeah.
What's this one? It's in case you go to Vietnam.
Yeah, so
and
you're immune to anthrax and Ebola.
I don't know what any of this is. So for me to act like my body is some kind of temple that I'm not I've put way worse things than a measles vaccine into my body, I assure you. And I've done it on purpose. So to act like I'm my body, I don't trust it. Dude, I trusted a Colombian I trusted a Colombian drug lord and put his things in my body.
See?
I'll do whatever you tell me.
See, I place all my trust in Canadian snowboarders.
Oh, yes. Well, he's the go-between.
Yeah.
He's the go-between. El Jefe, you mean.
El
All right. Let's take our last break of the day. We'll come back. We'll wrap it up how we always do. The Daily Lines right here on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Classic is back. Monday, April 14th at the Golf Club of Texas. Get your slot now. $120 per person or $400 per foursome. The Spring Golf Classic, benefiting the Pan American Golf Association, is presented by Flight by Yingling, sponsored in part by Ensira.com and PPL Motorhomes. The Spring Golf Classic, Monday, April 14th. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Bobo, we appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
Gigi doesn't. She said,
you
left me hanging, but whatever. I still love you. And I was there first.
You're talking about the show meeting we had yesterday. She's the only one that showed up.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, guys, I'm 3 minutes early.
Right.
What the hell?
That was 50-1 odds in Vegas.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
The moment you find out you're pregnant can be very exciting. Knowing what to do and how to get started can also be overwhelming. Healthy Start is here to help you know what to expect. You should see your doctor in the first trimester to reduce the risk of a premature birth and for a healthy pregnancy. Healthy Start is a free program that offers support and resources while you're pregnant and for your baby's first 2 years of life. For more information, call us at 210-207-4725. Get the help you need to give your baby a healthy start.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So, what's that about?
So, let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
At Diamonds Direct, our experts go the extra mile to ensure you have the tools to say I do with absolute confidence. Our promise to you is a completely risk-free shopping experience, rooted in transparency, education, and integrity. No pressure, no intimidation, just clarity and confidence in your purchase. But we're about more than just price. Everything is backed by our exclusive guarantees. Put our tools to the test against any competitor, and our expert staff will ensure you get the very best overall value and unforgettable experience. Learn more at DiamondsDirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Rox Discount Vitamins and More wants to thank God and San Antonio for making Rox the king of supplements. Are you losing weight, building muscle, or just getting healthy? Rox has you covered. Weight loss and muscle building packages starting at just $75. Plus, get a free in-body scan in 15 seconds with the In-Body 270 analysis. Start tracking your results today. The pros at Rox know their products, how they work, and what's best for your health and fitness goals. Call 210-342-7625 or visit roxdiscountvitamins.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
This is the story of the one. He's responsible for keeping a leading healthcare facility clean and safe. And he trusts Grainger's high-quality HVAC cleaning and safety products, combined with their world-class supply chain, to consistently deliver, ensuring he's covered inside and out, so he can focus on keeping his facility clean to help protect the health of everyone inside. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hello, Gentle Relief, without the harsh side effects, with Miralax. It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at Walmart. Use as directed for occasional constipation.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Eczema flaring up again? We have good news. Exoderm. If you or someone you love suffers from eczema or dermatitis, get Exoderm, the common sense answer for eczema. This stuff really does work. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives. Take back control of your eczema with affordable, fast-acting Exoderm Flare Control Cream.
Exoderm. It's in the first aid aisle of your local drugstore, supermarket, or big box store.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Little George Jones. Oh, got $100 in my billfold. It's burning a hole.
How old do you figure this is? Mid-70s?
This is when George Jones was already really old, so.
Yeah.
So later than that, then.
Yeah, I think it's probably 80s. Maybe even 90s.
What's the name of it? What's the song?
Finally Friday. 1992. Wow.
I thought he was. He's dead, right?
Probably. Yeah.
Have we lost George Jones?
Yeah, George Jones is dead.
Okay. I didn't know he made it to the 90s.
Yeah. No, yeah, he died 20. Oh, no, I might be wrong. I want to say 2013 or 14, but he's definitely dead.
Was he the one that was with Tammy Wynette?
Yeah.
April 26, 2013.
2013.
He was born in Saratoga, Texas.
White Lightning.
September the 12th, 1931. I had no idea he was a good Texas boy.
Of course he is.
Had the most top 40 country music hits of all time with 145 charted hits.
Yep, he was. He married 4 times. One of them to Tammy Wynette.
Tammy Wynette. He stopped loving her today.
Had Shirley Ann Corley. Oh, what a song! Finally Friday.
Best sideburns in the history of mankind.
Yeah.
Or are they?
Oh, you could comb the hair from his sideburns directly over his ears.
You know who had badass sideburns?
Well, Elvis had some good ones, but
remember Scott Pollard?
Oh yeah, those were good ones.
Oh yeah.
I just saw a thing on Scott Pollard.
Well, Scott Pollard got
a new heart.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he had to have a heart transplant.
I saw him. He got a standing ovation at a Kansas game. But Scott Pollard was like, he did the big giant mutton chops, but was bald.
Yeah, he did. He looked like a skinhead.
Yeah, it's a very strange move to pull off. Maybe I'll try it one day.
I'll skinhead look.
Is that
it
what
is.
it
That's
looks
very
like?
much a fascist bully boy skinhead.
Well, I think he just can't grow hair, so I don't think he was a skinhead.
No, he was
per
that
se.
type. He was a party. He was a rock and roller. At Kansas, he was kind of out there. So it fit his mentality. But yeah, he had world class mutton chops. Those are hard to grow, man. You got You got to be.
Oh, look, he did grow hair eventually.
Genetically given things.
Look at those handlebars.
Oh, that's good, man.
Yeah, he was a wizard with the facial hair, man. He did some cool stuff over the years.
It cost him his heart, though.
Yeah, it happens. Hey, let's do what we always do to wrap up the show. Let's take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Full slate of NBA for you tonight. The Cavs laying 16 points on the road. They must be in Charlotte.
We hate the Hornets.
Oh, my God.
I got 15.5, which is nicer.
Yeah, don't bother. Well, I mean, I'd rather have 16 because there's no way I'm laying 16 on the road. But yeah, I'm not playing that game. Memphis is at Dallas. Memphis laying 10 in Dallas.
Somebody got to win.
Memphis has been so bad, I can't, in good conscience, suggest laying 10 points, but I don't even know who's going to play for Dallas.
I think I like this.
I imagine that horse mascot is going to get some minutes tonight. Jazz plus 5.5 at Toronto. Again, I'm not the kind of person who would lay points with the Raptors. I think that's a foolhardy decision, so I'd take the Jazz if forced.
Within 5.
This is a fascinating number. Something's going on here. What do you see for Portland at OKC?
2.5. I got
OKC. This is a home game.
Minus 2.5.
They're minus 2.5, hosting Portland.
Portland's playing ball, man. I mean, they got kind of embarrassed the other night, but I was just reading a power ranking, and keep in mind, now that Kyrie's hurt, the expectation is Dallas is going to free fall, and Portland is right there at 10. Games matter to them about 20% more than everybody else. I mean, OKC's pretty much got the West locked up. They're going to lose.
Somebody's not playing for OKC.
Well,
that's the
not
only
gonna beat
explanation.
OKC.
I don't know who it is, but somebody's not
Probably
playing.
Holmgren. He's back to day-to-day with a back.
I'm guessing it. This is a Shea is sitting out number.
2.5. These are what we keep talking about, the middle of the week, weekend games with teams that have either got sewed up or have nothing to do, and those teams that have something to fight for, and they do. It might be enough.
Minnesota,
I'm not touching it, though.
Minnesota laying 5.5 at Miami. I like the T-Wolves there, actually. Phoenix plus 7 in Denver. I like the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I think the wheels have come off in Phoenix. I want nothing to do with that team. Spurs catching 6.5 in Sacramento tonight.
Yeah, that's about right.
I think so too. I don't feel like there's a real edge to have there. What I would play is I'd look at a prop, any kind of player props on De'Aaron Fox. I expect De'Aaron Fox to have a big day.
And if Mitch is smart, he'll let him have a big day.
I think he will.
Yeah.
And the Knicks, the new look Brunsonless Knicks plus 7.5 at the Clippers.
They're in LA?
Yep.
Yeah, that's about right.
I mean, again, I don't know if the Clippers qualify as a good team,
but they're better than.
They're not a bad team. And the Knicks generally only beat up on bad teams, and that's even with Brunson. So I don't see anything there. In collegiate basketball world tonight, we've got there's a lot of conference tournaments going on, so the amount of top 25 games is pretty slim. But Illinois is a 4.5-point favorite, hosting number 18 Purdue. Interesting number there. Illinois, the thought is maybe they're kind of getting healthy. I said at the beginning of the season, I still believe they're the most talented team in the Big Ten, yet they sit at 11-8. Mm-hmm. They've dealt with illness and injury most of this season. I think I actually like Illinois tonight.
I do too. Yeah,
and then South Florida's at Memphis. Memphis minus 13.5. Again, I don't back Memphis as huge favorites, even though South Florida stinks.
Well, keep in mind, UTSA gave Memphis all they could handle the other night.
Yeah, there's some holes in their game, I believe. In the National Hockey League, we've got the Winnipeg Jets minus 120 at the Devils. Vicky Valancourt is the Devil.
Devils.
The Detroit Red Wings are at the Capitals. Capitals minus 220 as Ovi continues his search for history. Imagine he gets one step closer tonight. The Utah Hockey Club, did you say Utes, are minus 175 at the Chicago Blackhawks. The Penguins, they are at Vegas. The Golden Knights minus 230 against the Penguins. Vancouver minus 135 hosting the Minnesota Wild, and the St. Louis Blues minus 155 at the Ducks. Now, we get to the big event of the weekend.
Big fight.
UFC 313 live from Las Vegas, Nevada. The main event of the evening, Magomed Ankalaev taking on Alex Pereira for the light heavyweight title. Some things of note here. I have always, and this right now it's about minus 110 either way. I am going to bet on Ankalaev here, and I'm going to bet on over 2.5 rounds. I have always said Alex Pereira, the kryptonite for him is going to be someone who is a willing and capable wrestler, and that is Ankalaev here. I kind of think that Alex Pereira may have said, hey, I'll fight Ankalaev, but only during Ramadan. And I was reading yesterday that Ankalaev broke his Ramadan fast because he needed to do a safe water cut, so he drank some water. He's been drinking water to make sure that he could make weight today. I haven't checked. I assume, well, it's probably too early to make weight. I assume that he'll make weight. And then he said he'll go back to, after the fight, he'll go right back to fasting. But I was worried that I wouldn't want to back him because I figured he'd be fasting.
Yeah.
But the fact that he broke that fast makes me feel more comfortable.
Well, it's only water. I mean,
yeah.
It's amazing to me that a man will decide to do this.
It is wild. Justin Gaethje and Rafael Fiziev are in your co-main event. This is going to be a fantastic striking fight. I think there's value on Justin Gaethje. You can get him about plus 140. Just a harder hitter of the two guys and the guy who seems a little bit more durable. And one more fight here. Ignacio Bahamondes taking on Jalen Turner. When you see these guys fight, it is going to blow your mind. These are both 155-pound men, and they're both around 6'3". These are the two biggest lightweights in the world.
Can we hope for a snapped arm?
You could hope for that, except I don't think there's going to be much grappling. I think there's going to be a lot of face punching. And I think Bahamondes gets the best of the face punching, so I like him minus 120. So there you go. Good fun times. Friend of the program.
Where's the fight?
It's in Vegas. My boy Alex Morano fights. He is the biggest underdog on the card against Carlos Leal Miranda. If you want to support a good Texas boy, plus 500, you can get 5-1 on him. He's got a puncher's chance anytime because he's going to throw bombs. Alex is when he first got to the UFC, he said, I never want to. He's like, I don't care about winning titles. I want people to look up my YouTube clips one day. So he's like, I'm looking to have wars.
Well, that could go one of two ways.
And he's fully aware.
Make the knockout reel too.
He's very aware that he is a live by the sword, die by the sword kind of fighter. And sometimes when you dance with the devil, the devil gets to lead. Well. So I imagine whatever happens, it's going to be entertaining. So good luck to my guy Alex this weekend as well. And there you go. There is your look at the Daily Line.
Well, enjoy your baby shower this weekend.
Yeah, enjoy your chili cook-off.
Chili tomorrow.
It's going to be awesome. Like when I have buddies go to beer festivals, sometimes they'll take a little tup and they'll save me some of the best beer. If there's some really good chili, put some in a Tupperware for me.
I will do that. It'd probably be better than old beer. Even the best beer when it gets old ain't quite that.
Well, I would drink it like the next day typically, but
Well, we'll do our best.
We'll see. If there's anything special, any of the rare chilies. All right, friends. Blitz coming up at 2. They're live at Mellow Mushroom today. Go by and see them. We'll be back on Monday. Enjoy the weekend.
The Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM, Floresville.